Oh wait, hold on.
We lost Ray. We went live and he was like, "No, fuck this, I'm out."
Did you see how he just left?
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
It was like a comical. Yo, I bet his computer said Windows update needed, and he probably fucking hit it.
And it was gone.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, that was perfect. That was literally perfect timing.
Yo,
absolute perfect timing.
Are you gonna text him?
I'm not gonna text him. He's back. Hang on, he's back. He's back.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to log in so I could like type and type with myself, whatever.
Oh, am I not logged in? Oh, it says I have to join the chat too. That was just hilarious.
All right, sorry for technical issues. We've been back for a while.
It was just like so funny the way you. What did you do though? I don't understand. Did you exit like your Firefox for that whole thing to happen just now?
No. I tried to. So when you try to log in to stream to your audience or whatever on Stream Deck, it just freaking kicks you right out of a live stream. Obviously, okay.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That was hilarious. That was awesome. I thought you had a Windows update and you pressed like update.
No. Yeah, see, I'm trying to connect and then now I can. All right, now
I can do it now. I wonder if now
they changed the connect button to the bottom. Now I'm not gonna get kicked out. Beautiful.
Tanner's already here. Tanner is like, dude, #1 viewer. The dude is awesome. He keeps inviting like us to go and like play his machines. He's like, if you're ever in town, like come over. Like, yes.
Yeah, he does. He does.
It's awesome.
I talked to Tanner on the phone the other day. Actually, we're gonna Tanner. He's got an order with me, and he told me he doesn't need one of the orders, but instead of asking for a refund, he wants me to like give it away. So after it's sometime probably in the springtime. I'm thinking after I do his orders first, because he's got a really big order with me. So after I do his orders first, I'll probably start working on the giveaway order for his, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll reveal that later on next year. But it's an arcade. So he ordered an arcade, and I told him that I would see if I can divert some money from that purchase too back into his arcades that he ordered. Maybe upgrade some stuff, and whatever the remaining funds are left out of it, I'll see if I can do some kind of giveaway with that too. So,
that's awesome. He's asked me for a vertical cab, and I'm like, oh well, I'll do that whenever he's like ready for it. So there's Gallagher guy. There he is.
Hey,
Double G's in the house, my man. Double G88, and he's going live in an hour.
I actually don't know him. He's new to me.
It's Sheldon Damewood. It's my favorite redhead.
The fact that you know him by first and last name.
I don't know first name.
Probably social security number too.
I know you by first and last name.
Wait, so does that mean? Oh wait, today the Super Game Room dudes aren't streaming, right?
I don't know if they're streaming or not today, but I know Galaga guy's streaming at 10 o'clock. So
okay, yeah, he usually follows them. Yeah.
Now, Galaga guy, are you streaming from your new house, or did you move yet, or are you still in the old house? Waiting for him to answer the chat.
The only redhead you know.
The only male redhead, maybe.
When's what I asked my neighbor, when's Hanukkah? Is Hanukkah the day after Christmas this year?
Yeah, it's Thursday. Starts the 26th.
26th, and then it's did that ever happen though? That Hanukkah like went into now New Year's?
Hanukkah goes by a different calendar. It goes by the lunar calendar. It doesn't go by the normal, pagan calendar, I guess you want to call it, or as we would call it, the heathens.
The Chinese guy has to explain this, but your American calendar is called the Gregorian calendar.
Yeah, we don't go by that. So
yeah, we use the Chinese one too, but still.
Yeah, we use the lunar calendar for that. I'm pretty sure it's the lunar calendar that they use, but either way. Yo, can you hang on? Can you see Baby Yoda moving?
I see the ears. That is the sickest mod, dude. Look
at his eyes blinking.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't understand how that costed $200.
Was 300.
Oh, three.
Ah,
The amount of like
did
the
you open
amount of
a
like,
for that?
technology in that is nuts for $300.
Whatever you got to wonder how the guy did it, but it's literally a plug and play mod. So in the description it says some soldering may be required, and I'm like, okay, so I was prepared to do a little bit of soldering or snip something, and when I got it, I also bought. It said buy the harness for it too. So I bought the harness with it, which was like only like an extra $10, nothing crazy. So I got the harness with it. It was just like a power supply harness, and which was actually just an extension to add more stuff, I guess. But I didn't need to use it, so I followed they give you instructions via Google Drive, and it was just plug into the power supply in the stern, and then run the wire or remove the old Baby Yoda, which I got right here, this cute little guy, and then run the wire to where there's an orbit that says the child, or a light that says the child, and the sensor. So it's sensor based. So whenever the child light lights up, that's when he moves. And in the track mode, it's constantly blinking. So since it's constantly blinking in the track mode, he's always moving. But when you're playing the game, he only moves when the child starts lighting up.
Wow,
which is really cool. So
that's nuts.
Yeah, it was. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. What's that?
Is it 3D printed? Like,
no, it's a full on like mechanical doll. Like,
I can't believe that.
It's just so this is what, hard plastic, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
and then that's an actual like doll. When I picked it up, like you can squeeze it, like you can feel the motor on the inside.
It's like the outer material, rubber.
No, it's not. It's not. Well, like the head is rubber, and the ears are rubber, and the arms are rubber, but I can't feel exactly what the body is. I think the cape is just hiding all the mechanics, and then it doesn't screw into place. He just sits in, and then that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's nuts, especially for it to blink. Like, what?
Yeah, his ears are moving on that. So, yeah.
Galaga guy said that his wife recognized Retro Lizard by voice.
That's hot.
Follow-up questions for that?
That's hot. I don't talk to your wife, so I'm kind of flattered.
See, it's comments like that get both wives and both husbands in trouble.
Yeah, Galaga guy is not questioning his. He hasn't commented anything since. He's not questioning his wife.
Galaga guy, if you're still alive, please, text something, huh?
Giovanni wrote, I made it.
We haven't had any fatalities on the stream yet. We try to keep it that way because we're not really insured here for that kind of shit.
She hears me listening. His wife is on his streams too, right? They do like the drinks together. They do.
She's doing mocktails because she's pregnant right now. Congratulations again, Galaga guy, on that.
That's awesome.
They're having their third kid, I believe. So they're doing she does mocktails, which are some pretty cool ideas. Because I've been writing them down for my kids. There's no alcohol involved in them. So us Polish people and us Jews, we like to give our kids non-alcoholic drinks. Like grape juice on Shabbat, which today is Shabbat. So Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Okay,
Shabbat. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Joe's in the house. Joe, go on my YouTube channel later on and check out the new racing video so you can see what your cab's going to look like.
I have to see that. You send the link to that. I have to see that.
Joe's the guy that Brad bought Alien from, and then he ended up placing an order.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, he ended up placing an order with me too, which is awesome.
It's the one that Brad fucked up his finger on to install the mod, right?
Yeah, the one he got blood all over the place. Thing. Yeah, the alien bit him.
Yeah.
Burger Time Babe is Galaga guy's wife.
That's awesome. She must be.
She's got.
I gotta ask. I would have to see now. Do they have a Burger Time?
They do.
I asked Galaga guy if he has a Galaga, and he did.
He does, yeah. And I think he's got a real Galaga.
Is it Burger Time or is it an arcade 1-up Burger Time?
It's a 1-up Burger Time.
Okay, all right. It's decent. That's fine.
Does the 1-up Burger Time come with the hallway?
Galaga guy is Galaga guy is one of the Arcades Anonymous guys. That's how I met him. I met him in Cleveland very briefly, but I did meet him in Cleveland, which was really cool. And I'm sure he'll be in Cleveland again next year to hang out. You guys should think about going to Cleveland too, because I'll be there and I'm going to spend the night. So if you guys want to make it up to Buffalo, I can drive the rest of the way to Cleveland. Because it's only 3-hour drive from here.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And it's in September. So if you guys want to catch a flight to Buffalo, I can pick you guys up and then we can go straight to Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like the Cleveland Classic or whatever? What's that thing called?
It's the Cleveland Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the year that we were there, they had there was a ton of arcades and a ton of pinballs on free play. Like they had the brand new Venom just came out when we were there, and they had the brand new Venom pinball there.
Wow.
Yeah. So Cleveland's really going to be awesome this year.
He said, "I'm waiting for a Dance Dance Revolution."
It's coming. It's coming.
Ray, you said earlier, you sent like yesterday the link to the DDR pads. Why?
Yeah. Joel said he was going to make a DDR machine, so I thought a DDR pad would be appropriate for.
Oh yeah, you've had those. Joel's had those.
Oh,
those
really?
are the good ones.
I was the one Asian in like Brooklyn Tech that couldn't dance DDR for shit. Like
I can't get into it. People would go nuts with it. I feel like you need the bar. How some people play they're basically lifting their body up.
Those Asians in tech, they were freaking crazy. They were playing freestyle on a freaking sliding mat on the floor. And they didn't miss a freaking beat. I'm like, yeah, you freaking nerds. There's one chick I liked in that club, which is why I went. I saw, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it.
Did you try to dance for her, like a mating?
No, I didn't. I saw them play. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna try this. You know what I did? I opened up the Magic Trick Club.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
I was a professional magician for a couple of years for people who don't know. But yeah, I opened up Magic Trick Club. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's where all my social skills come from.
It's a good way to kill time and screw around. That's interesting.
I couldn't even call it the Magic Club because there was already a Magic the Gathering Club. I'm like, yeah, you nerds.
You didn't even give it like an artsy name, like Abracadabra Club.
No, but I did make money off them. I charged everyone $15 for a Magic kit, and I got it wholesale for like $7. So
it's a way to make money. I used to sell like test answers like in class. I would used to just like text everybody.
The correct,
The
correct ones?
Yeah, they were correct. You know what's funny though? In all honesty, like I learned that if you basically just Google the first question word for word, punctuation for punctuation, 90% of the time that actual test will just pop up and you'll get the answers.
When we're the same bloody age, when you were in high school, Google wasn't really that strong yet. It was
college days, NYT college days. No.
Oh, college.
High school was like Sidekick era.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, no, you couldn't Google like that.
No.
College.
Yeah, no. In college, I cheated more efficiently because we had Chinese classes. I had a pen imported with a spy camera built in, and it's still available on Amazon. They're like 3 pixels.
He had a buddy in the other room like checking his camera.
I had a pen imported with a spy camera on it.
Yeah, what? Back then, okay. Now it's available easy. All right. So I had a spy camera. I gave it to my buddy. Like, you owe me a fucking favor, all right? So when you take the final, you take pictures for me with this pen. And then you come out to use the bathroom and you give me the pen and we even. Okay.
Wow.
Then I took out the pen, took out the micro SD card, put it into a $40 fucking iPad to SD card adapter that I bought. It was iPad 1, right? iPad fucking 1.
Okay.
Plugged it into my iPad. Okay, look at the answers, all right? Then I wrote down the answers on a tiny piece of paper, okay? And you're back then in college, you're allowed to drink like a bottle of water.
Okay. You still are. It's called health.
Yeah. So in my Coca-Cola bottle, I took off the freaking label. I put the test answer inside the label.
Smart.
Put it back on, filled it up 3/4 of the way, and then drank it like down to here. So then whenever I take a drink,
you took college real seriously.
Yeah.
College. I feel like now I don't want to say it, but like I feel like now college. Having a degree is not really.
I didn't take it seriously. I barely passed. I got a 65.
I was literally in the line for McDonald's today, getting Happy Meals for the kids, and there's a sign in the line like right before the. So what if it was for me? It's a Sonic Happy Meal. Right before the drive-through window, there was a sign on the grass that said hiring for night shift, $16 to $18 an hour, no experience needed.
Yeah.
Wow.
$18 an hour is at 40 hours a week is $34,000 a year. I went to when I graduated college in 2013 and I got a job as a paralegal. My starting pay was $14.75 in 2013.
Wow.
That's not even it's just 11 years ago now, and now they're doing 16 to 18 for McDonald's with no experience.
Calculate for inflation is about break even, actually, but yeah.
I'm in Buffalo. There's not a lot of inflation in Buffalo when it comes to the living costs. My mortgage is $1,100 a month. My mortgage isn't that expensive.
Is $1,100 a month.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my mortgage isn't that expensive. So, and that's the average rent here too, $1,100 a month. So sometimes even less. So for like a 2-bedroom apartment in some areas, it's like $850, $900.
I went to look for new apartments today to buy a luxury one because my place is getting full of crap. You know how much it was for freaking rental? $3,800 for a 2-bedroom in Tangram, the luxury building. I'm looking at freaking 1.2 mil, like, apartments now. That's how expensive it's gotten.
Dude, I'm telling you, just sell your apartment and then come move to Buffalo.
No, I'm not looking at bumfuck Buffalo, all right?
You will. There's no bumfuck here. We're the second biggest city in New York State. So you'll be, dude, you can sell your apartment and you can literally take those funds and buy a house in full.
Yeah, there's no karaoke buyers in Buffalo, okay?
There's tons of karaoke buyers in Buffalo. Are you kidding me?
Mariah Carey songs on our karaoke system, okay?
You're an online internet business. You're not.
Are people asking for the Christmas updates on your karaoke systems?
No, actually, those are actually we don't update a lot of like the crazy English stuff, but the Mariah Carey Christmas stuff we're pretty solid on.
Wait, aren't you an online business though? Like, isn't your karaoke strictly online?
Pickups, and my local pickups actually account for like 20% of my income, which is pretty good.
Every time I see Ray and I go to his place, he's always got a cart full of boxes that he has to ship out. Yeah. Like I went to a pick with his LCD marquee, and he had like this cart and had like 30 boxes on it plus his LCD and marquee. He's like, "Here, Vic, buy." I was like, "All right, buy," and that's it.
Because I ship out to UPS every freaking day. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what you shot a video today, right? For the karaoke, or was that yesterday?
I shot it yesterday. I finally got like proper lighting, and now I need to get a good mic for the iPhone because JB said my voice is the only thing that's not lacking. It doesn't sound like Barry White, apparently.
I think my chair is broken.
I'm using a built-in mic on my phone here, so yeah.
You gotta get one of those like I mean, the one that I have was like it's like $150, and you could put it to your phone.
Yeah, I gotta get something like that.
You got to do TikTok shop. TikTok shop it, and $10 is $10 at TikTok shop. Joe's gonna fall out of the chair one time.
I am. Like, I'm leaning back and look how far I'm going. I'm going.
You got to get the bar thing. Oh, there he goes. I knew it was gonna. Ray missed it.
Wow, you really. Wow, what the hell, man?
Shit.
If you think DDR is cool, you should check out Beat Mania. Yes. Lightning model. It's a beauty DJ machine. I see those at round one. That's it. Junk it now. Oh, yeah, you definitely fucked that up.
Jesus, man.
Now what? Now you got to get a folding chair.
I'll be right back.
I can't do the Beat Mania game. The DJ mixer, is that? I think it's an IKEA chair. My wife has the same chair. It's right there.
Well,
GB88. Oh, Gallagher guy. But yes, I can't do Beat Mania. Beat Mania, the DJ mixing thing. Or even remember when we went to Maryland and they had like that huge oval like touch thing?
Is that Beat Mania? And I went to the reason I've been gone for a while, by the way, guys, I was in Thailand for the last 2 weeks. And yeah, even in Thailand, those little Thai kids, all right, they're playing that freaking like rhythm game. I was like, yo. And don't get me wrong, the Thailand is very open-minded. They're very like gay friendly, trans friendly, everything friendly. And these boys are in freaking lipstick and like push-up bras, still playing that shit like a monster. I'm like, oh crap, you guys are way better. All right, I get it. You're all good at this shit.
Did you find any? Were there any arcades out, like arcade games out there that you've never seen?
Yes. So I went to a few malls, and a few of them had some arcades, but they were really like kind of run down. A lot of them were like refurbished. I found a House of the Dead 4 with the House of the Dead 3 shotgun on it, which is in black, which is pretty impressive. They had like 2 Vuelix sit-down machines, but mostly a lot of claw machines. And the popular thing now is karaoke and a booth. They were all full. No one was really playing the video games. There were a few driving games, but everyone was in a karaoke booth. You pay like $4 or $5. You get like an hour just to sing with your friends. Like 4 people fit in a booth.
How big is this booth?
Like
a phone booth?
It's like a phone booth. Yeah, a little bit bigger than a phone booth, basically. It's got a screen and 3 mics. That's it.
Interesting.
And that's a big ass business there. I was like, shit, that's interesting.
Now you gotta bring it here now.
In China, they actually have a thing called a 等你吧, which is basically translated as wait for you bar. It's a booth with a gaming chair and like a monitor where wives leave their husbands while they go shop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, that's a fucking great invention because my wife shopping pissed me the fuck off now. Like, I'm sitting here.
Did you see some malls are turning into apartment complexes?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they're taking the dead stores and they're turning them into apartments while the mall's still open.
In Flushing, like it's a luxury mall plus an apartment on the side, and you can go through it. Like you can like Tangram. It's you can. That's the one I was looking at. You can exit your apartment and go into the mall without going outside. It's really luxury. You can get food, you can, shop, and then you can go right back to your apartment.
Everything's there except for like a grocery store.
No, this one has a grocery store now.
Oh, does it? Oh, that's awesome.
In full like Chinese grocery store with low prices. It's actually pretty nice.
So it's like Dawn of the Dead shit where you don't got to leave the mall.
Yeah, pretty much. And they have a bar.
Yeah. No, it is cool.
They have a bar, full food court, and then you can eat there until 3 a.m. That's
you probably got to. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's why I'm trying to move there. I'm considering if I can find an apartment that has the layout I want.
Oh, you're willing to move there, but you're not willing to move to Buffalo and buy an actual house?
I can't drive. I don't want to maintain a house.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have a license.
No, I do.
Oh, you do have a license?
I have a license. I just never drove since I got my license. So in the eyes of God, I really should be driving.
So how long ago? Yeah, probably especially in the snow too. How long ago did you get your license?
When was Obama president?
I mean, wait, hang on. When was he voted in, or when was he last president?
No, I got it during the
he was president from 2009 to 2016. 2008 to 2016.
I think I got it like 2018. It's been a while.
Interesting. I got mine right when I was like 17.
I got mine the day I got my permit the day I turned 16, and I got my license
permit first. Yeah,
my mom woke my ass up and was like, "You're going to the DMV." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
I barely passed. I passed by 1 point. I had to use social skills to make the guy laugh. I was not good.
These social skills.
No.
Ray was a salesman even during his driver's test.
I'm in fucking Flushing, all right? Parallel parking here is a pain in the ass.
Oh, it's very true. I'm telling you right now, Ray, when I deliver Ray's cab, I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna have to park in that garage right next to you.
Exactly, and then like my apparently my 3-point my K turn had like 4 extra points on it. I was like,
That's an 8-point turn.
Did you guys ever see that Corey Haim movie, License to Drive, from the 80s?
It sounds familiar. I thought you were gonna give me a reference about Austin Powers and him doing the whole.
No. The dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
He was the guy that gave Corey Haim that gave Corey Haim his driver's test, and he's holding a cup of coffee, and he's like, and he put it on the dashboard, and it's filled to the rim, and he's like, if 1 ounce of that coffee spills, you fail. That was his driver's test.
Jeez, don't even hit the gas pedal, just let it roll, bring it on down.
Right.
It's wild.
I can't believe my chair broke.
Was that an IKEA chair? Because I think I have the same exact one.
No, it was like an Amazon chair from COVID.
I'm surprised. It looks like you took you bent the whole metal out of it.
It did. Yeah, that was the whole metal part of it bent right off. I can't believe nobody in the chat was laughing.
I was dying.
I literally wiped out.
How many people got in the chat?
You were here
15,
and then
13.
out.
We got 13 in the chat right now.
Mm.
There was
All
20.
right, so we got
time's
Joel.
going down.
I'm surprised we're still active because Joel flashed his new little toy that me and you both got and Ray got. That that you flashed off.
Yeah, flash again. We remember what happened
don't
last
flash
time.
it.
Is the cat out of the bag that Ray got one too?
Everyone knows I'm going to get one because
Nobody knows you're going to get one unless you tell people.
No, I
so I didn't get. Did you play with yours yet?
I did.
I'm anxious. I don't like that rainbow effect. I know you could change that.
Yeah, you can.
Somebody said you could, but I didn't read instructions.
Somebody got to hold down a button. It's actually funny. You just held down the trigger and we didn't hear anything.
Mine does not rainbow. Mine is
as if your mic clipped it to it's clipping.
Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can barely hear it. You don't hear it.
The recoil on this is nice. It's just
that's what I'm anxious to try out and see. I'm very anxious to see that.
And you can turn it off. It feels like a super jolt.
Yeah,
that's true.
What it feels like
a better super jolt.
Yep, it feels like a super jolt, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's great.
I mean,
I got nothing. I would say order it
for the price. Yeah, I know it's my competition, but you can't argue. For the price, they are doing a good job.
They're doing a great job. They improve.
Decent guns.
We got to give them credit over the over these.
I didn't care for those. Yeah,
they improved over those, and I really think what saved their company is adding in the 4 sensors. If they didn't add in the 4 sensors, I don't think that they would be where they're at today with these guns.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm still not crazy about their sensors because you have to stick them in the front of your screen, which actually
that's what I want you to make.
Sorry,
that's what I want you to make.
Oh, we have that already.
I love this.
What, stick in front of the screen?
Yeah, you can stick in front of the screen or you can stick it underneath the screen. It doesn't matter how you stick it.
I meant for without cabinets, you can't sticking it underneath this. Well, I'm on an OLED, so my thing is too thin to stick underneath. So it's actually blocking off my my Windows icon. That's actually the annoying part.
What do you mean? You can't stick it. You don't have I mean, I'm running a 4K TV right here, but you can't stick it underneath your screen?
No, I have no lip. My thing is it's a paper thin OLED. That's why.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but no worries. I'm using my own RPEG, LEDs, which actually work, by the way. So we'll piggyback off them. If you want to have a slimmer sensor, we do have our own sensors, which do
you got
work.
A demo?
Yeah.
You're reaching for something.
But you got now. You could leave the sensor up, down, left, and right, or you got to hit the corners.
Oh no, Ray! I was talking about the box style. Like you guys are making a box style, right?
Oh yeah, so the good news. I know everyone's excited about these. Good news is JB has I don't know if I can. Fuck it, I can announce it. He got his visa. JB is officially going full time with Gunfire. And we're gonna be coming out strong in 2025. Simply put, we'll have lower prices. Factory production's already done. We'll be making our own modes and new LEDs and everything. It's gonna be. He's gonna go very hard on the whatchamacallit, innovations. I'm not gonna lie. We started this shit, all right. Before we came out, the light gun scene was dead as fuck.
You were the light gun revolution. Yeah.
So now I get it. Competition is healthy, and I'm okay with it as long as no one's stealing anything. Fine.
You guys came out the same year that the Sindens came out, and nobody was liking the Sindens at all that year.
I refuse.
And the Sindens were starting to tank, and they were getting negative reviews, I should say, and you guys were out within 3-4 months of the Sindens being released.
Was it 3-4 months? No, I don't think that close.
Yeah, because the Sindens started. I didn't get my pair of Sindens until 2021. And I got my Gunfire in 2021 also, my first pair, which was I think I got it April of 2021, and I got my Sinden guns March of 2021. Actually, no. I got my Sinden guns after I got the Gunfire. I didn't get them until after, so I don't think I got mine until May, because I waited a few months for my Sinden guns, and then I did the review on it and that's when I got attacked, and I was like, these are trash. Use gun for IR. Because they weren't that. I mean, until I understood how to use them and set them up, they weren't for the novice. And at the time, I might have been a novice person when it came to light guns because I didn't have a whole lot of experience outside of a Wii remote and an aim track. But when they say that border back in the day, I'm not dogging the guns right now. Back in the day, when they said that border was universal, it wasn't universal.
Oh yeah, that was the main issue. If it was universal, it would have been easy peasy. But yeah,
it should have been. It should have been universal, but I don't think that they knew that
until
it came out.
Issue because some games like they take over whatchamacallit, the full screen.
Right.
Overlay everything. That's a Windows thing.
I think if they would have been a little bit more transparent, maybe provided an instruction that, hey, you on certain games you might need this thing called a reshader file. And here is a download link where you can go get that reshader file, but maybe here's a warning, you won't know you need the reshader file until you play the game. But here's an example of some games that do need the reshader file because they knew outside of MAME you needed that reshader file for it to work. But I do wonder if they didn't know that until it hit the community and then the community figured it out.
Oh, me and Sinden are on good terms because they made their own stuff. Everything, they didn't clone anything, and that's what we like about them. No, they didn't steal shit, which is very respectful. So yeah, he was always very nice. The only thing is, I think maybe the community started playing games that they did not expect them to. They were thinking, okay, here's MAME. MAME works. Here's a few emulators. They work. But once you got to some of the Technoparrot and high-end games, that's when it got complicated because some of those games, Technoparrot, they do some weird stuff sometimes in rendering.
I wonder if he even knew what Technoparrot was. Because it was really marketed for MAME.
Yeah, back then Technoparrot wasn't that huge yet.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
House of War was barely working, remember?
Right, it was working, but it wasn't working. Their main gun games was Luigi's Mansion and Transformers and Rambo.
I'm just more annoyed that I hated the fact that it needed extra programs to be launched and ran before that's that right there. I'm like, no. And that was Hyperspin days. So you adding a window to run your no. That was I've never touched it.
Oh yeah, the background stuff I'm not crazy about. That's a whole other thing. But and thank you, Dudes Arcade. We've seen you before. Thank you for supporting Gunfire IR. We love our early adopters and we love our new customers too.
Oh, happy holidays.
We like everybody.
Technoparrot cursed.
Technoparrot's been doing good though. Lately they've been adding a lot of shit and they freed up a lot of the light gun games. So everyone's happy. I'm just waiting for Walking Dead.
I was gonna say Walking. Is that really the only one that's behind the paywall?
Have a look. I'm subscribed. I have 3 subscriptions, but
that's where everybody went. Michael B. the Game Genie's live.
That's all right.
And he's got Dubs on there. He's got Council Kits and he's got Fox on there. So that's where everybody's watching.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What, you can't watch 2 pornos at once? Same shit.
That's all Gucci. But yeah, I'm anxious right now. So did you it's funny because Big E Productions got the guns.
Yep.
But he bought the guns only. He didn't get the whole box kit that I would assume we got.
Correct. Yeah. I don't even know if I have a hub. I didn't look through my box yet. I just wanted to look at my competition and be like, okay, let's see what we're dealing with here.
Now we have the Pandora box. Is there anything in this?
No. Oh yeah, there's something on it, but I didn't
games on it, but that's nothing to do with us. It was just.
I think there's 7 games free on it.
Yeah, so it was basically free, so I just bought it, but.
Right. So I don't need this.
No,
No, you have no use for that.
I'm probably gonna give it.
This might apparently have I think this has like you said, it's 7 games, but it's games that Retro Shooter made.
Yeah, they're third-party games because they're not doing emulation in boxes anymore. Because
so does somebody have the files on it so somebody could add it to a launch box?
That box can't do anything. Can't do any emulation anymore due to legal issues.
Wait,
no, I'm saying that the games that are in this, can I take the games and put it on my PC?
No, it's a Linux-based box.
Interesting.
I mean, they're basic games. They're like just it's just some Unity bit. But from what I know, they are not adding like any Naomi games, MAME or whatever.
No, none of that. They can't add any of that.
Yeah.
Right. So I wonder then, like, you could probably just make this as like an Android TV box now.
I don't know what it's running.
I don't think so, honestly.
I looked on the back, and I didn't really see the specs on the back. And when I turned it on, I couldn't. It didn't give you like it's not running Batacera or anything when you turn it on. I couldn't tell. It's like they made their own front end for it and everything, so it's like its own standalone system.
I mean, if Team Pandori, sorry, bro, I forgot your name. If you're watching, I'll send you mine for free. If you can do something with it, that'll be good. That'll be golden.
I don't think. I think that's for like people that don't know emulation.
Yeah,
right. They wanted like a plug and play thing.
Yeah.
That's this, but this originally was the Pandora box that would have like the 80 games up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I had it before, but the processing power on that one was too slow, so it would actually like deter the guns from.
Now that Pandora box was fucking trash.
Yeah, but it gave people like the 50, 80 games that like the main, it was.
That's where my nickname.
Right now, people are gonna buy this. Like, I don't have games. How do I play the game? Like, I joined the retro shooter Facebook group, and I had to fucking mute it. That shit was wild.
Yeah,
dude, it's just like it's nuts.
Like, obviously, I'm biased, and I can't comment too much on it because it would hurt my business and JB's business. But yeah, like I just want to see the build quality so I can know what to improve on, what to do for the next year.
It's arcade one up in modding, but retro shooter.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the cable coming out of the gun is like heavy.
Yeah.
The gun, me personally said, I'm comparing it to aim tracks. Aim tracks haven't been touched and updated since whatever 1998.
Why are you comparing it to aim tracks? though? You've had Super in your hand. You've had Namco's in your hand. You've had Gun for IR in your hand.
I'm still Gun for IR though, and I still would rather have a Time Crisis gun. If I had the money right now, and I said it like yesterday on my stream, if I played my shooter cabinet every day, I would get Gun for IR, and it would be like the Time Crisis guns with the sliding recoil.
So our cable, I thought the cable was a little bit too heavy in my opinion as well. I'm obviously biased, but like from an honest opinion, because that was a issue with aim track where the weight of the cable will pull on the USB port or the power port and eventually snap it. So remember how so many aim tracks recoil would just fail is because of that. So now we make this cable. Oh, this is JST now. We don't use micro USB anymore. This is fail proof. And then we have our nice regular USB header.
Yeah.
This is very strong but lightweight.
You just saw like Vidal's question there.
I can answer that. Yeah. I can answer that very simply.
Honestly, in brutal honesty, that is why I bought those. Yeah. Because of the price point is outrageous. I think it's nuts.
And for clarity, we're not talking shit. We're discussing.
No,
we're discussing. We're discussing.
I thought it was a typo on the price. I was like,
respect, business. It's fine as long as you're not stealing anything. As long as you're not,
I mean, it's the Samco software.
I think it's OpenFire or closer or some modified version of that.
It's Samco.
But from here's basically.
But either way, it's they marketed it, so it's doing better. So it's fine.
That's a different story. But as for production cost, all right, I can't even produce a gun at that price because my cost is more than their retail. Is basically it. All right. Even so, next year, all right, I'll give you guys a little preview if you guys watch this. We will have a dramatically lower price. It still won't be to that level yet because I'm still making everything right here on this table.
Okay? You'll end up being the $500 guns.
Yeah. So if you're like in China and you're doing a mold and everything, it's significantly cheaper. Now, from what I understand, or what I'm taking an educated guess is, the company that's producing this, 3H, which is on the box, is the one that's really selling and marketing this. Retro Shooter is like their salesperson, which will
he makes light guns. Messiah. He's Gun for IR.
Yeah.
Well, he's the Gunfire producer. He's not the owner of Gunfire. That's JB, but he is the partner. He's partnered with Gunfire. He's the only one licensed to sell Gunfire.
Oh, yeah, hi. I'm the guy that sells Gunfire in the U.S.
Yes.
JB,
the only person.
Yeah, JB, the creator, is in Japan. He sells in all of the rest of the world. I'm just a U.S. guy. But yes, I build everything by hand here, right here in New York. As for producing in China, this living standard pace is drastically different. The production cost is drastically different, and then you're adding the shipping fee separately. So if you charge shipping fee separately, then you're making a margin of about 50% ish.
Yeah, you're paying an import tax basically on everything that you're getting for parts whenever we build something like this. It's even with our arcades. Whenever we're purchasing parts, we're paying an import tax. So
the main thing is to make the product like this, right? Because I'm not just in the arcade business. I do karaoke and other stuff, right? So I know what the margins are on all these things. I literally go to China like once every couple of years to check up. But the thing is, if you open a mold, all right, we call it open a mold, it will cost about $50,000.
Jose, your drive's going out tomorrow too.
If you open a mold, it's $50,000 more or less, and then from that, each mold costs about like $1 or $2 to make. Circuit boards cost about a couple dollars, and then the rest is just marketing and production, packaging, and shipping. That's how it's possible. That's how China works. They're willing to work for less because the living standard there is less. For $5 US, you can have a full meal in China. You can have like a nice meal. Here, you can barely buy a fucking burger. Okay,
right.
So you're leveraging foreign exchange trade. I just came back from Thailand. I haven't spent $1,000 in freaking 2 weeks in Thailand. Seriously? And that's eating out every day, drinking every day, having fun, and I was living in luxury hotels. All right, I spent less than $1,000 in Thailand.
Wow.
So that's to tell you how different the standard is in another country, and they don't get taxed like we do. They don't get taxed 30% of income. They get taxed like.
You didn't spend $1,000 in China or in Thailand?
I did not spend $1,000 in Thailand.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's 2 weeks eating out. All right, I went to freaking Florida. I spent like $1,000 easily in a week.
I'm doing that in February.
Yeah, like I was legitimately like deciding if I want to retire in Thailand. Because if I want to retire in Thailand, I can retire fucking now.
Now, yeah.
Right.
Like, with I could sell my place and retire now. Yeah.
Now going back, because this is like the one thing, right, for me, right? Because this whole retro shooter thing, I'm totally new to this. Like, do I need this Firebase or not?
Yes, you do.
You need that, right? Okay,
so now Firebase it's a converter. Technically, you don't need it if you're only using one gun, but it's a converter hub. So you just plug in both of your guns to that, and then it's one power source out for the 24 volt, and then it's one USB out instead of using two USBs and two power sources.
Right. So it's just one USB going to my computer. I'm gonna have this on the floor basically, and then I have the guns and the I like I said,
yes. And it doesn't.
The pedal is gonna be very interesting. I'm anxious to really play with
the
pedal.
The pedal is an extension of the button, so you don't have to change anything.
Yeah. Oh,
so
right.
Yeah.
Why do they give me a 12 volt and a 24 volt power plug?
Because it's the 12.
Yeah, 12 volt is for the console box. 24 volt is power. All right, that's a dumb hub basically. It's just a routing hub. All right, it has no smart stuff in it. If you want, you can modify the jack. You can just cut off the DC male and change it to a female and just use it like a regular, the way we normally do it.
You don't need to do that though, because it's one USB out, one power source out, and then you're using two power sources for the guns. And you're using two USB for the gun, so it's taking up less space. It's convenient, and it's only one plug for the pedals. So if all the pedals plug into that, and then also what the base does, it doesn't matter what gun you plug into player one, the base will convert it to the PID.
Yeah. I'm
so you don't have
to think about like how to integrate it into a cabinet.
Yeah. So you just you put the hub on the inside and run everything through a hole.
Yeah, you could do that. I would probably lean for this to just be always like towards the base of the cabinet. I would just probably make a cutout. I don't know.
You don't need to make a cutoff for it.
What? I'm sorry.
You wouldn't need to make a cutoff for it unless are you trying to unplug the guns?
I don't know, because I'm also the type like where I don't want to. If I put this in the cabinet, I would have to make a shelf like at the cabinet ledge where the gun would be plugged in.
No,
I personally like when I did that Time Crisis by Vic, I always like to have the USBs outside because when I delivered that cabinet, the kid fucking stepped on the USB and the fucking thing flew out. So I'm like, luckily I had the USB bare and it was able to be unplugged. Me personally, I would want it where I could unplug it. That's what I would love that, honestly, because you're gonna get some kid that's gonna step on it and then that's it. USB done.
That's the problem. I mean, that's the customer's problem, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean, as long as the cord could be pushed back into the cabinet. So, like how I do it, I have the little hole, and I push it back. I push the cord back into the cabinet so the cord's not hanging out, and then you still have enough room to pull the cord and step back and play the game. So without having to yank it out of the PC or yank it out of the base. And the base is actually better probably because if you yank the cord, you're not yanking the cord from the PC, you're yanking it out of the base. If anything, maybe run an extension for like a USB extension for it.
You can run an extension to it, yeah.
Yeah, you can run a USB extension to it. Maybe you can run a power source extension to it if you wanted to. But honestly, I think that I think it's perfect. I like it a lot. So these are these are all the drives I'm loading up right now, by the way.
Oh, the drives?
These are drives I'm loading up right now. Yeah.
Wow. Did you
I have 15 to go out tomorrow.
Did you happen to have did you have two guns pulled trigger on the hub? Did you notice power dying down?
No.
Really? Wow.
I did not. There was whatever the converter is, the converter doesn't take away from the power on it. I honestly think it splits a 24 volt into a 12 volt, and that's why it feels like a super jolt, because it doesn't hit like the Namco's. It does not hit like the Namco.
It does not split. It it doesn't convert it down. It splits it. But
so it
is the one from the Time Crisis 4 clone basically. So the Newton pull power is not as strong, which is
so it is splitting it then. So it's splitting it into a 12 volt, which makes it feel like
24 volt by ampage. So splitting 24 volt 5 amp into 24 volt 2.5 each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not lowering the voltage; it's lowering the amperage, which which is okay because the solenoid does not take that much anyway, so it's fine. It's just the pull power of that electromagnet is not as strong as the Namco. The Namco is the top of the freaking line. That's a made in Japan thing. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, those things are still $400 or $500 each right now. You can't even get a real Namco for lower than that now. And the J Pill, to answer your question, MX24 mod is very simple. If you want to do it yourself, this is the Gunfire R Universal. This is $65. It will mod it in probably less than 20 minutes. If you want me to do it, I can do it for you as well. But yes, it's very easily done and it works very well.
Now, if I wanted to X-nay this hub, I could plug the guns directly from USB and then do like what Ray said and take the power.
The head and
you don't need the hub to plug it into PC. It works without the hub, but the hub's just more of the hub is more of like an all-in-one source.
Yeah,
but the big advantage though with this hub though is if I want to utilize the pedal.
The pedal I'll modify for you to USB pedals.
I never tried to plug in the pedal separately because of it's not a USB pedal. It's got the barrel adapter on it. I'm sure if you did barrel adapter to USB, I'm sure you can get an adapter for it. So if you got a barrel adapter to USB, I'm sure you could plug that in. But again, my argument with that is that you're taking up more USBs on the PC as opposed to you having the option to only use one.
Right. So my example right now with like the Bivic that I have the two USBs there, but I'm gonna leave those for the guitars.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have this on the floor.
Or I mean, you could also run a
base of the cabinet.
You could also do a TRS extender. You can mount the headphone jack extender on the wood.
Grab some nano tape and slap it to the inside of the cab facing upwards.
Yeah, that's it. I me personally, I like to have I want to have the USBs bare, but also this has 3 more USB ports on it, so it's like a hub.
It's a hub.
It's a hub.
So I can basically plug in my guitars here too.
No, you probably can't plug the guitars in. You can plug the sensors into it.
Yeah, you don't go overloading the hub because
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna deal with that. So no, this hub is gonna be this like Joel said, it's one USB to the computer and it's one power source and that's it. You call it a day.
Yeah, so like for me, only using the 6. I'm using the power strips on the inside of my CAS, but it's only the 6 plug power strip. So when I'm using the 24-volt recoils, I have to get. I go to Home Depot and for $3, I buy the 3-prong 3-plug extender.
Yeah,
where you have the one in the middle and the 2 on the side, and then I plug the 2 on the side, and then I plug in my I plug in something else to the top of it because I need the holes. So. This is going to be convenient for me because I'm not going to have to buy that anymore. I'm just going to have to plug that into the source. And that's it. Ray, if anything, it might be an idea for you to create a hub for your Namcos.
Oh, that's already been designed. JB already did that. Yeah.
See? Yeah.
The plus side to the Jolts was the phone cable to the handle down to the pedal. Retro should have done that.
Don't give them ideas, man.
They should have done it.
I hated that. I
didn't like that myself, but
no, I've kicked that wire so many times.
That's true. You're right.
Technically, they did do it though because that's basically you're holding the phone cord in your hand because you plug the hub into that, and then the pedal is just an extension
like
of the
this, which I don't want wires. So there will be there is an add-on to this where you can use the nunchuck, you can use an extra pedal, and you can have external accessories, which is going to have a original console adapter, like original PS2 will work.
So this thing is actually analog.
No, it's not.
It is. It's not 8-way. It's analog. No.
It's bloody D-pad. There's no way it's analog.
No, this other one. This is an analog because I can feel. This is D-pad because I can feel it. Right. No, this is not the same feeling as that one. This is analog. It's not 8-way. So I can use this as the Wii button extension, and I can use this button as a nunchuck without any issue at all.
Are we saying that we're going to now add the Wii games to our builds that now it works? Really?
Yeah, I'm saying it. The ones that have the nunchuck on it for my retro shooter drive, I'm going to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, my retro shooter drive will have those extra Wii games on it because it's going to utilize that nunchuck. So I'm going to add in the Wii games on it. I am not going to add in those fucking PS2 games, though, that are not like on games. So I'm not adding in that fucking Dino game, and I'm not adding in Clone Wars. You can kiss my ass on that. So those aren't like on games. I'm not adding in games like that. I will add in the Wii games that require the nunchuck, but I'm not adding in a controller-based fucking game. I'm not. I'm not doing it.
Resident Evil is horrible with a light gun. That's just a lot.
So in case anybody doesn't recognize what J-Pill is saying, yesterday's stream I was talking about Retrocade.
I know. I was on there. I heard you talking about that. Yo, Vic, I swear to God, I had the same exact reaction you did when Dubs was showing that video, and then the guy opened up the front of that cabinet, and I seen that Dell Optiplex. I literally commented. I was like, for $8,500, you would think they would use a brand new computer, not a Dell Optiplex.
Yeah,
because that Dell Optiplex can't use a separate power source, and it can't go anything higher than a 1650. You can't they're running a 4K screen on that. You're not getting 4K. That's a 4K screen they had on that machine. It wasn't running 4K. You can't run 4K on a 1650. You can't put a 3060 or a 1080 Ti inside a Dell Optiplex. It don't fit. And you have to change out the power source, and you can't do that on the Optiplexes. The Optiplexes are trash. I'm going off on a rant here. I'm sorry, but
it's fine. Listen, I said the same thing, and like I said, people message me, Vic, you're too expensive. I told you the story about that guy. That guy is local. He plays in our pinball tournaments. He's local to me.
Oh, that would annoy me.
Dude, I was like, why? But the only thing I got annoyed about is so Ray doesn't really know. I don't think he saw the stream last night, but I have a local guy that is at my pinball tournaments that he spoke to me for like 15 minutes talking about like, oh, your multi-cades and I see it and what's the price? What do you do? So I gave him like this whole 15-minute, not a sales pitch, but I'm telling him what it is. And then like we walk away and then he comes back to me and then he goes like, what's your thoughts on like Retrocade? And I was like, I don't talk bad about companies. I don't do that. All I say is do your research. And then 5 minutes later, he goes, yeah, I should have done my research. I spent $8,500 on a retrocade and it doesn't work. And I'm like in person, like I just gotta walk. I didn't walk away, but I gotta take it as like, oh, you. In my mind, I'm like, you just asked me 20 minutes. I gave you a 20-minute sales pitch about multi-K, but you already bought a retrocade and you don't like it. So
That's
why did you
he was
ask
asking you?
Dude,
That's
why
he was
did you
asking you because he knew it sucked. And he knew he wasted his money, and he wanted to know he wanted to pick your brain without picking your brain about what you do and how you do it, so that he knew to justify in his head that his arcade sucks. That's what I thought I got out of it.
It's true. I get that. That's actually a good way to talk about it. It's very true. I'm like, it threw me off, and he told me, he's like, oh, we've been doing TeamViewer with retrocade. I was like, what's wrong? He said something about Wii. He's like, my Wii, the controls on Wii don't work. And I'm like, did you have do you have the nunchucks? He goes, no, we're doing it to arcade sticks. I was like, oh no, dude. Even if it's going to arcade sticks, there shouldn't be any like ID changing going on. So it should be pretty easy to go.
If they're using the Amazon encoders, there's going to be ID changing. Because you can't do a stable controller file for Wii, so the IDs will change.
So it led to, he told me that retrocade is going to send him a whole new computer. That's like that was the end result, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to fix your issue, but good luck. I told him, I was like, I'll be there to help you. And I asked him, I was like, do you know what front end they're using? And he's like, yeah, Hyperspin. I was like, oh, I left Hyperspin. The Hyperspin's in the past. That's it. You spent $8,500 on Hyperspin. I don't know what to tell you.
No, he spent $8,500 on a Dell Optiplex.
That's it. Yeah, that's the better way to think of it. Yeah.
If that thing's not wired up with an iPac or something of a higher end encoder than the Amazon ones, he got ripped off.
I think the whole thing is ripped off. I don't know what to tell you.
$8,500. He could have, if he told you that your price was too high, right? Because you're double digit,
he could
right?
Extreme Home Arcades at that point.
He could have, and he could have waited, but he still would have had a bigger issue with Extreme Home Arcades because they don't configure. Extreme Home Arcades doesn't configure their controls. They leave that up to the customer. Everything configured is MAME. No offense to them, I get it why they don't do it, but they leave it up to the customer. But you could have referred him over to me, like, hey, my buddy sells Megas for $5,500. And it's cheaper than me, but you're getting something different, and at least you're not going to.
I couldn't even give that suggestion because he already bought a retrocade,
and you're already gonna. Oh my God, they're using Optiplex on a 4K TV, and they're not getting 4K.
He's seen me at the tournaments. Every time I go to my tournaments, I wear my sweater. It says VicVP Game Case Arcade. Right. That's where he walks up to me. He's like, "Oh, I think I recognize you from YouTube, and you make multi-cades." And tell me, and then he hit me with the retrocade. I was like, all right, we just wasted 20 minutes of me trying to explain to you an arcade cabinet. But
see, that's the one thing I hate about some of these arcade companies is that they advertise 4K arcades, right? Or these big. I'm saying, let me take that back. Let me rephrase that. Actually, they're not advertising a 4K arcade. They're advertising a 55-inch screen arcade, right, or a 50-inch arcade. You cannot buy an LCD 1080p in 55 or 50 inches anymore, brand new. You can't do that. It's all 4K, right? Everything's 4K now. Fuck, I seen them at Walmart the other day. I could have got a 65-inch Vizio for $398, right? 4K. All right, could have if I wanted to. It's only running 60 hertz, but it's still a 4K Vizio, 65 inches for $379 or $378, whatever it was. There's $400. My point of this though is that they're advertising this as that big of a TV and it's supposed to run 4K, but they're not running these machines in 4K. They're not giving you a 4K computer. They're giving you a computer that's running in 1080p. And so therefore it's just not right at all what they're doing. If you're going to do a 4K TV and tell the customer that, hey, you got a 4K TV. No, you need to have a 4K PC with it, and you need to run that resolution in 4K, and you need to go emulator for emulator. Like, you got to fuck around with those MAME settings and the scan lines to get that to look good in 4K. Like, I have a whole setting for it, thank God, but it took me hours to screw with those settings to make it look good. And the other emulators, we all know, the three of us know, you got to go into that emulator manually and change that resolution.
Yeah.
And then there's certain games, like Windows games, you have to go into the INI files and change the resolution manually in the INI files in certain games. Some of them just don't convert right over. So it's like, a lot. You run 4K, Vic. You're running 4K. You're running a 4K PC. You're running 4K resolution through your PC into your TV for all of your games. Ray, the same thing with your drives. You're doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. For people in the chat that don't know and they're looking into buying something like that, you should ask the company, what resolution are you running that arcade in before you buy it? That should be the question. What are you running the resolution in? And if they say 4K, say, okay, what is the specs of the PC?
Yeah.
And if it's anything, if it's 1650 or less is the graphic card, you got to walk away from it.
Okay.
You need 3060 or 1080. That's what you need. Those are the minimums.
I don't mind what they do, but like if you're gonna scam or you're gonna make money off this, fine, no problem. I get it, it's business, but make it so that your customers aren't pissed. If your customers have issues, if your customers have config issues, controls don't work, games don't load. That's
as you can see in the chat. My customers are mad because I take too long.
I told you about that. You should be do your fucking job. Yeah.
People are mad because I'm taking too long. People aren't mad that my product sucks. They think I'm just taking too long.
That's an efficiency issue. He has 3 kids, somewhat of a drinking problem.
I don't have any drinking problem.
Not drinking enough. If you drink more like me, you'll get things done faster. Look at RPEG's representation. Anyone who's an RPEG client, how long do you wait for anything? Less than 1 week.
No, you know what slowed me down this year? It was me learning the CNC machine. That's what slowed me down this year. So I will be speeding back up in 2025. I got my racers all set. I got my Guitar Heroes all set. 2 players are done, and 4 players pretty much done. And then my pedestal, I'm working on my pedestal right now.
That deck looked cool. That deck that you sent us?
Yeah, it's 24 deep, 41 wide. And then it's going to have, I'm eliminating the 4-way arcade stick, and I'm just going to use the servo stick.
Interesting.
Billy, I got a 3D printer. All parts are now 3D printed right here. So I was not big on, I was wary to get one, and JB forced me to get one. And I was like, all right, it looks cool. I want one. It was on sale like $300. So that's going to contribute to the price drop for Gunfire Art next year. We're going to start that next year, all right? But
what's a date?
Daytona.
Oh, Daytona. Thank you, Billy. I'm like, what's a date?
Anything you buy from me, 2 days. Well, you're a bit closer to me, so that's 2 days. But normally, from me, it's like a week or less is what I promise.
Yeah, I'm really bad on
cabinets. They fucked up. They're done. They're fucking done. I have no business with them anymore, so I have no problem mouthing them at this point.
XGC? But XGC is only pinball now.
Only pinball now. But yeah, they were.
I will never take 2 years. I do have some customers that at this point have been waiting up to a year, but they've been waiting up to a year because I've been redesigning stuff. So, and they're getting a more premium product now once they get their product out. And talking to them, that's what they understood, that they're getting a more premium product now. So, yeah.
100%. Not to mention, like I said, you got the CNC. You're now using the real wood. I don't think you had any issues. I remember we used to do the buy stuff, and you said that the pictures of like the fucking top collapsing. But now that you're using your own wood and real shit, have you had any like shipping issues like that?
First one went out today, but I won't. Well, the first racer went out today, but the actual shipping, like all the Guitar Hero cabinets, none of them collapsed.
Yeah,
because. And the reason why they're not collapsed, and this isn't Buy Stuff's fault, because when I would ship the Buy Stuff arcade, I shipped it a couple times completely full standing, and that was my fault. And I put the ratchet strap through the center. All right, I didn't put it on the side. I put it through the center, so that was my fault. So that's how it collapsed down the center. But then I just swear to God, 4 more times I took it off. Something in the truck fell on it.
Oh,
and 4 different times that happened to me.
Wow.
And it crushed the back box. And I'm just like, that's like another 600. That's like another, not $600, but that's like another, $300, $300 $300-400 right there, and then I got to wait for the insurance claim to come through to
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
You know, but I'm paying out of pocket first, and then I have to reship it to the customer.
Yeah,
and
wait, right.
Yeah, right. And you don't get the money back for shipping. You have to repay for shipping all over again, and the customer already paid for shipping. So then shipping's coming out of my pocket. But so what I do, I flatten the top of my arcades. So my arcade has a flat top, and then it goes at the angle, right? So when I wrap it up, I put the strap over the side of it, so it's hugging. It's hugging the arcade instead of me going through the center of it. So it's flat on the top. The strap isn't going to slide off in the back or through the front, and it's hugging the arcade now is what it's doing. And I use the big Home Depot's got, I think it's 24-foot ratchet straps for $10. And it's the big heavy duty ones. I only need one ratchet strap.
Oh,
so
yeah, you send the pictures of your thing, and I'm like, damn, you got that that orange is like thick.
No, that's $10.
That's not bad.
It's $9.99 at Home Depot. If you go to your Home Depot, you go to the ratchet strap aisle, look at the bottom row, and it's down there. It's $10.
Wow.
So yeah, you can't beat that. They're heavy ass duty ratchet straps too. So so I'm hugging the arcades. What's that?
Are you putting like the pallets like behind like supermarkets?
I don't know. I got a guy named Frank.
I
got a guy named Frank, and I used to go to a pallet place. There's a pallet place in Buffalo. I used to go there. They were $8 a pallet that I would pay for. But a couple of the pallets broke. But I got a guy named Frank. I don't know where he gets them or how he gets them, but he's got those heavy duty blue ones that he gets for me.
I see it. Yeah.
And sometimes he can get the long ones, the 48 by 48s. Excuse me. But Frank delivers them to me. I ask him to bring me 4 at a time, and I give him $40.
See, that's what I'm doing in Buffalo. If there's a guy named Frank delivering pallets to random white dudes in the area. No, I'm not moving.
That's his hustle, man. That's his hustle. He's a pallet dude.
Listen, $10, and it's like, is it a new pallet or is it like a used?
No, it's used.
Used pallets. Some dude just going around selling pallets.
But it's a heavy duty. You know those blue pallets, the ones that are colored blue. They're the heavy duty blue ones.
I think you have like a 4x4 in the middle of it. No, isn't it like a
thick pallet?
Yeah.
So those the game room solution cabinets on the other pallets that I was getting, the game room solution cabinets are heavy. And they were breaking the pallets. So they were that heavy. But I think if I switch to those other pallets again, the pine cabinets, the plywoods that I'm using, they're light enough to where they won't break. But this guy's delivering it to me.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
I got to drive 25 minutes to get pallets and then load them in my trunk. No, and I can just, hey man, I need 4 pallets by Thursday. Can you hook me up? And he's like, yeah, I'll get you 4 pallets by Thursday.
I would scour Home Depot. Home Depot and Harbor Freight by me.
At Lowe's.
Go like in the back, you just go in the rear and you just see stacks, and I just throw like
you got to be careful.
Wait, hold on.
I know.
Because my pallet place, they go around to the businesses and they pick up the pallets.
Wait, I didn't know that. I thought they were throwing them out.
Wait, no, they're not. They're not. I mean, at least around here, they're not throwing them out. They're recycling them.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Are you robbing Home Depot for?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've thrown like 2 or 3 pallets in the back of the truck.
Whoa. So you, the Italian guy, is going to the back of Home Depot in Queens and New York to throw pallets in the back of your big ass pickup truck.
Like, for example, Project Canada, I shipped that V-pin, and I needed a pallet, not a 4x4. I needed like a. I think the one I found was like a 6x3.
Vic's gonna end up in the police blotter for stealing pallets. He's like Craig from Friday. But you got fired on your day off for stealing boxes? Nah, Vic was stealing pallets.
I would have to. Worst case,
I'll be right back.
I would have to build a pallet, and that wood is expensive.
Okay, I literally know Vic's income. He can afford the $8 pallet. All right, this dude.
I swear to you. I swear to God. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I could buy a pallet for $10.
Taking
I didn't know I could do that
from hardworking $8, schleppers.
Dude, they're just stacked in the bag. So I just pull up and just.
All right. By the way, okay. So small deal. I got an Alienware steam machine, modded with Windows 11, activated, and SSD. $200. I'll include my light gun drive on there, my own personal light gun build. All right, if anyone wants it, this has a GPU in it. This has a real NVIDIA GPU.
I was gonna say, what GPU's in it?
it's like a 1030 type GPU. It's a custom one, but yeah,
That's
this
not bad.
1080p. I tested. Yeah,
It's $200.
yeah. Because this from my mentor. He gave it to me. He wants me to sell it for him because he needs money. His ex-wife took him for a ride. So yeah, I gotta help him
Okay.
out. Yeah. So 200. Yep, that's it. If anyone wants it, it's got a 1 terabyte in there SSD. The SSD is worth like $50. So yeah.
I have in my garage. I have like my regular computer that I just like watch YouTube. A guy gave it to me. But the only thing is, like, I was gonna take that computer and put it in my BiVic. That my BiVic is running a Dell Optiplex. I'm not gonna lie, ironically, but I wouldn't sell anyway. It's a Ryzen computer, but it's got an AMD GPU in it, and I'm like, I don't think I want to go through the headache of bringing it down because I know like AMD GPUs and emulation is not like totally
It's pretty good now.
Is it really?
Yeah, only I've managed to get to the place where only like 3 games don't work, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, that's not awful.
It's not awful at all. Yeah. It's a Alienware Steam machine. This was released a couple years ago. It's an Intel Core i7. It's got a GeForce GTX GPU, like a basic one. Don't get me wrong. It was $200 here. All right. My buddy upgraded to 8 gigabytes of RAM. I think actually 16. I upgraded to a 1 terabyte SSD, put Windows activated. No, you can't really add a better card to this one. It's
very like slim. It's like a slim line.
$200, guys, for a box that can play like Aliens Armageddon, no problem. Yeah, you can do more with this than with the Retro Shooter console. So yeah,
listen, at $200, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, you can pretty much play like up to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and like Tekken 7, maybe on low.
I think that Marvel Infinite
two HDMI ports too, so you can do a marquee.
What is that?
It's a Alienware Steam machine. It was popular for a while, but my buddy gave it to me because he got divorced basically, and I help him sell stuff. But yes, it's I'm giving it away for $200, free shipping too. Free shipping. Yeah, 1 terabyte SSD inside, so you really can't lose here.
I'm gonna find out if is there a way to set your Discord to be like a pay membership for the entrance of a Discord?
That's called OnlyFans, bro.
I think there's a way, right? You could buy or you pay for the certain channel of the Discord.
I was agreeing with Ray. That's OnlyFans, man.
Vic, you're a married man with a kid. Yeah, I've seen your bod. Yeah,
you can do a Patreon.
No, my plan is to take my Discord channel, and then for the new year, I would set it to like
paid
a monthly thing. Yeah, because I'm posting like the games.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, shut up.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna get
because then you're profiting off the game.
All right. Well, I'm gonna steal more pallets. It's okay. I'll steal more pallets.
Go steal more pallets.
Yeah,
I don't want you getting the fucking. I don't want you getting the thing that says you're profiting off of games.
I'm 34. That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old, and I didn't know that I could pay $10 for a pallet. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, in
New York
City prices would probably be like $35.
I gotta find out where to. I didn't know that was a thing.
Did you know that some big YouTubers charge like $500 to give you a birthday shout out? Like Uncle Roger, it's like $500. Like, hello, little niece and nephew. Happy birthday! You so fucking
that's cameo.
And here I am paying Michael B $20 to take his shirt off, and he did.
I see that always in the chat. I think you always write that in the chat to take a shirt off. I do that
out of sarcasm. Like, here's $20, take your shirt off, just to see if they would do it. And then Michael B's the only one that did it, and it was really fun.
I have stories from Thailand about that. I'm gonna take a piss and I'll tell you the stories about how things work in Thailand, which really
for those that don't know, the really pretty girls in Thailand, they got dicks.
And they got the bulge.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Very true. They work harder.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Guys work a lot harder.
Ray came home and it's like that Family Guy episode where Brian's sniffing Quagmire and it's like, "Can you tell what I did last night?" He's like, "Yeah, you've been with 2 Filipino women and a man. You mean 3 Filipino women?"
That's funny. I dig that. That's hilarious.
But then Brian.
That's why Ray went to Thailand.
Dad.
Ray, you got Thailand AIDS.
Huh?
You got Thailand AIDS.
Yo, I got straight from Thailand. I'm gonna take a piss. But remember, Brian slept with Ada or Ida.
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, Ida. That's an old episode. That's like
that is an old episode.
I haven't. I mean, are they still making Family Guy episodes?
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're on Hulu. I think they're Thursday nights or the nights, but they're on Hulu now.
I think now,
Yeah.
but now Simpsons is over. Simpsons is done, right?
No, they're not done.
That was a joke episode. They did not. It was not a season finale. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Ray, are you going to the bathroom?
Yes, I'm gonna take a piss.
Mention my name, you get a good seat.
Make sure you turn your mic off.
Yeah, turn your mic. I'm gonna mute him. Actually, no, wait, no, let's not mute him. Let's listen to this.
Nah, he's gonna close the door like a regular human being. Yeah.
Unless he took the mic with him.
Thailand is wild.
Thailand.
I'm
Have
in
you
on
been
the
to Thailand?
Screen machine if it includes your latest drives. J-Pill. We'll tell Ray. Ray already made the sale on J-Pill. There you go.
I'm in on this.
GoFundMe. That's a touchy subject these days. Billy.
I think Ray was talking about putting the 1 terabyte. I think Ray has like a 1 terabyte, like pick and choosy arcade only kind of things. So,
no, Ray, you went to go get the beer. Ray said he's gonna put his gun drive on it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna put his gun drive on the. So we'll make sure that Ray sees this.
Yeah, that's just a private, favor because this is just giving my mentor like a sale. But yeah,
J-Pill's he's sending you the funds
cool.
for the Alienware.
Deals. Deals. I don't have. Well, actually, I'll show you what I got.
He's buying your Steam thing. He's buying it, Ray.
Yeah, he's buying the Steam thing.
You got to put your gun drive on it.
Yep.
Put that down. Put that down. Put that down. Put that down. Put that down.
All right.
Is that an old school? Is that the Hap one?
That's a half gun.
This is an old Hap gun. This one is
Oh Lord!
I added a recoil. It's Gunfire R. It has a new camera I'm testing out. That's you can get even closer to the screen. I haven't released this yet, but it's a new tech. If anyone wants it, $100. Fuck it, $100.
Wow, $100 for
it's got recoil, Gunfire R. Yeah.
My aim tracks are going to go soon. Do you want those? And you could mod them and then do whatever you want.
You don't need it. You got retro shooters, dude.
I'm saying I got to get rid of my aim track.
I can mod them. All right, and then we can make a sale for that.
By the way, I'm going to be giving away these retro shooter guns with a PC. So the PC arrives on Monday. So since I have the Reapers, my whole plan was to give these away since I got the Reapers. So I'll be doing a giveaway for these two.
What's going on with the Arcade Anonymous thing? So January 1st, they're gonna post something. What's happening?
Yeah, January 1st live. You got to be in the chat
on New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, 9:00, 1/1/25, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Is the giveaway for all the things that they're giving away, not just the PS5. The PS5, I guess, is like the main prize that they're using it for. But there's other things given away. Like Stock Jock has he's got a Zoltar. He's got I don't know what's that thing?
No.
Yeah, but what's it called? Zoltar.
Yeah, Zoltar. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's got a Zoltar, and then he's got something else, just like that he's giving away with it. I think Chaotic's giving something away. Biggie D has got some Zen Steam codes he's giving away. Galaga Guy 88 has a decanter set. I think it's some kind of arcade decanter set that he's giving away. It's either Star Wars or something else.
Wait, a decanter? I want a decanter.
Yeah, well, you got to watch the show to be on it or to win, because you got to be in the chat because they're going to do the StreamYard giveaway tool. So you have to be in the chat and you have to hit the hashtag for whatever the giveaway is going to be for it, so that you can.
I might have to add something to that. I'd probably. So wait, let me just double check this. Hold on.
If you want to add something to it, you can add something to it.
I had.
I don't know. You can tell. Are you in the Discord? I'm
not. Is it Arcade Anonymous?
Yeah, here, I'll send you a link.
I remember Joel didn't like Discord, and now you're like all over it now.
I'm in 4. I'm in yours. I'm in Dubs. I'm in Arcades Anonymous, and then I'm in what's that other guy's name? Smokey something? Hang on. I'm only in 4, and I'm only active in the Arcades Anonymous one. I'm barely active in yours, even though you gave me a channel in yours. Who is this? Smokey's Arcade. I'm in Rascals too, but I'm not too active in Rascals, and there's not a lot of activity going on in it. So there's a Smokey Arcade, Rascals, Arcades Anonymous, and then Dubs's. I'm in Dubs's too.
See, like this is what's annoying with Discord is that I have to get a whole HTTPS link for like this Discord channel.
Here, yeah, I'm sending you the link right now.
Shit, I'm not even.
I just sent it to the chat, so Ray can enter it too.
Okay.
I post a lot of games on it.
So here is all right. This is not anything, price.
This is not for sale.
But this is not sale. This is literally my last Time Crisis original pedal. It's been powder coated, gloss white. Big E Productions helped me do this, but this one is wireless. It's got
what happened to those black ones you were getting?
Sold.
Oh, you can't get them anymore?
Nah, no more.
That sucks.
Yeah, there's a pairing button now, USB-C charging. This is the most premium shit. This is 12 pounds. It's really heavy. You can kill someone with this. Yeah, it's the good shit.
How much?
It's expensive.
How much are you selling it for?
7. Last one. I sold all
That's
the
not
other.
expensive. You sold the other ones for like 6.
Yeah, 7 for wireless.
Not to mention that's wireless, and it's like brand new powder coated and all.
By the way, this is not wireless Bluetooth.
Actually, no. You sold. I think you sold my chameleon paint job one to me for 8. You dick.
No, yours was like 5, man.
No, mine wasn't 5.
Yeah, it was not. Yours was definitely not 8. I never sold a pedal for 8. I keep very good records, but this one uses dongle.
I got receipts.
Yeah, this one uses dongle, so you don't have to pair anything. Just plug in the USB dongle, and you're done. And it's got a very high range. I tried up to 40 feet.
So for you guys watching that don't know, Arcades Anonymous, I was trying to myself and a few others, not just me. We were trying to do a campaign to get them to 500 subs earlier in the month, and we did. My part of my campaign to get them to 500 subs is giving away a PS5 digital version with 2K25, which I got right back here, brand new in the box. So there's a bunch of other guys that are giving away stuff too. So it's not over with yet. You just have to sub by December 31st. So all you got to do is go to their channel on YouTube and sub to the Arcades Anonymous channel. And on January 1st, we're doing a huge giveaway show where we're giving away a bunch of stuff. So, and then I think the last prize you're going to give away at the end of the show is going to be the PS5. So it's a PS5 Slim digital version with 2K25.
Are you going to be on the show? Like,
I believe they're going to have me on the show. Yeah, I don't know if they're having anybody else on the show that's doing the giveaways, but I believe I'm going to be on the show for that one.
That's cool.
So it was. I don't want to say it was my idea, but I was joking about the idea of doing it for a while, of doing a giveaway to get them to 500, and I messaged Todd, and I was like, I got a great idea for the giveaway. I'm like, let's. I was gonna give away something arcadey, and I'm like, I always do arcade stuff giveaways, and why don't I do something just a little bit different? And at the time, I had the funds to do a PlayStation 5 because it was on sale. I think it was like $380 total.
Wow.
The digital version. So I tossed it on a credit card, and yeah.
Wow, shit.
Yeah.
I was doing a live stream, and I had a guy by the name of Skylar. He actually made a game called Super Spec Rally Cross, and he gave me 3 codes for the game.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, is the Marvel vs. Capcom remake?
Are those Steam codes?
They're Steam codes, yeah. So it's actually cool. He told me that he's like well, let me see if I could go on YouTube with it. What was it called? Super Spec Rally Cross. I think it came out like a month ago. Super Spec. And he said that he's like I like old school retro games, and I made this game to relive it. This is my first game I have released completely solo. I'm a huge fan of retro racing games, and this is my tribute to the genre. It's a 4-player local multi and works great on arcade cab controls. So
pull it up. Let's share the screen. Let's pull up. Is there a YouTube video of it?
Most likely, I want to see if I can find a trailer for it first.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were looking for.
It doesn't look like he has a trailer, but he's got a bunch of.
Or even some gameplay would work. What just flickered on Royal Rumble?
That's the attract mode on it. It always makes that clicking noise. What is that?
That's Ray's recoil.
Ray with another gun on the screen. All right, let's see if we could do just.
I'm trying to make a sale here.
$100 for that gun? Jesus Christ!
Original hap. It's only got a trigger, but still, it's original.
I can't.
You should hit up. You know what you should do? You should hit up Matt Riggins for that. He's in the home arcade and game rooms, and he has an Area 51 cabinet that he made, but he doesn't have hat guns. So that would probably be awesome.
Remember we played it when we went to Maryland with Brad?
You and me beat the game.
Yeah, we beat the game finally. Oh, that's cute. I like this.
Yeah, that's a vivid memory that I have in my head. It was the first time I ever beat that game, and I did it with you. Yeah. That holds dear in my heart.
Oh, that was in Maryland. Yeah, I remember that.
We bonded over a light gun game finally.
I like this game. I like this racing game. This is
cool.
Yeah, super spec.
It's cute.
Rallycross. He said that it's supposed to work really good with arcade sticks, so I'll probably do a dedicated stream for it. Okay. It's cool. It's what is the old school? I don't want to say it's like off-road.
No, pole position.
Yeah. Except the view's different, but this is probably just the attract mode for it.
If you can play the game with sticks or D-pad, it's like pole position. I had a hacked PS1 when I was a kid, and that's
Yeah, the view's got to be different if you're playing because you can't race from the front.
Okay, is there like a gameplay video?
This is a gameplay.
No way.
No, that's not.
Gameplay demo. It says on the top left, gameplay demo.
Yeah, but there's no way you're doing it from the front view. You're driving reversed. There we go. There's the back view. There we go. That's better. That's the gameplay.
I got your back view right here.
Listen, I get it. You just came from Thailand, but I'm not that kind of guy.
Okay, I will do something. I'll share some stuff at Thailand. You guys should all go about it. We should all take a guys trip to fucking Thailand. This time I won't fall down and fucking bust my lip. But yeah,
I'm telling you,
if I'm going out of the country with anybody, it's with my wife.
Same.
Oh
yeah, I love you, Ray, but if I'm going out of the country with anybody, it's with my wife.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm going to like Hawaii. Well, Hawaii's in the country, but that was the dumbest thing I ever just said. I'm going back to Mexico.
His wife monitors the stream.
No, she doesn't.
I'm anxious to try this. I'll play this. I'll take it out. So I have
I'm gonna buy it.
I don't think it's that expensive, and it's pretty cool. So again, the guy's name is Skylar. He watches my Hit the Sticks streams, and he said
I'll do a review on it too.
This game right now is included in Steam's winter sale at 40% off starting on the 19th.
So that's yesterday.
So if you go to Steam, Super Spec Rallycross.
I'll go. I'll buy it on my Steam Deck. Is what I'll do, and I'll play it on my Steam Deck. I've been looking for a new game for my Steam Deck, anyways.
I haven't touched my Legion Go in maybe like a week. So
I'll do it too, and I'll make sure I give you a shout out for it.
Yeah, I definitely will do a stream on this. That's like a definite. And he gave me 3 codes. I'd rather give away the 3 codes than me take one of the codes.
I did my video on the Time Crisis cabinet I made, and with your graphics. Obviously, I made sure to give you a shout out in that too. But when I picked up the guns, I was like, "These are the real Namco light guns," and I picked it up, and I was like, "See, look, Namco, Namco."
It's getting hard to get those now. They're getting pretty expensive right now. The Alien guns Alien Armageddon is the best one to get because they're $500 plus my mod fee and whatever and tax and shipping. Yeah, that one is real arcade quality though. That one's
Tanner found that. Tanner has the link to that shop of the Alien gun. Like you can buy it. Like on the shop.
Oh wait, Vic, can we show?
Yo, don't sleep on Tanner. Tanner's awesome.
Dude, Tanner is everywhere. Yes,
Tanner's everywhere.
Let me see if I could set this up. Hold on.
Yeah, all right. So another thing that I've been out of the YouTube game for a little bit while because Vic has been making me a new cabinet. I love this by Vic VP.
Oh yeah, Vic, show us the cab.
Yeah, so
take your camera out the garage.
Vic
yes, let me see if I can turn this on.
Offered to make me one custom to my specs because my house is a little bit smaller than his mansion in Long Island.
It doesn't look like he made it to your specs. It looks like he made it to his specs.
It's you know it's funny, and you could probably maybe take. I actually have a picture of Ray's wall. It's like it's a 12-inch wall in, so it's like it literally should fit like it'll fit snug.
I got you 12 inches in right here.
I knew he was gonna say.
Look, he's so this is Thailand Ray talking.
What am I doing? What the fuck is that?
Yo, $15 for barbecue, all you can eat is awesome.
Well, let me see if I can send this to myself.
Is that where your fist was going in the barbecue?
Fuck yeah. By the way, no beef in Thailand. Well, there is beef, but it's expensive. It's mostly pork and chicken. So if you guys go and you don't eat beef, great.
We don't eat. I eat pork, but my wife doesn't eat pork. But we eat a lot of chicken.
A lot of pork barbecue. A lot.
I'm sure.
Chicken soup. Yeah.
Yo, you know what, dude? So Christmas is next week, and obviously I don't celebrate Christmas. So on Christmas Eve, we order like $160 worth of like Chinese food.
Yeah.
And we just do like a straight platter. Like a straight up platter, like on the kitchen table. Like we got everything from your General Tso's to your orange chicken to your beef pad thai. Well, that's Thai food. But to your what do you call it? The noodles and the beef, whatever the hell it's called. It's I can't wait. We got the crab rangoon. I love crab rangoon.
You know that's the stuff that we make for white people, right? Like the one we eat, the stuff we eat is actually significantly better.
Last time I checked, I'm a white person.
Yeah. The fact is that the hilarious part is Joe didn't reveal this to me until like 3 years after our friendship. He wasn't born Jewish. He's actually Catholic originally.
Yeah.
He's converted.
Yeah. So I can talk shit about Jesus. It's okay.
Yeah, he's a converted Catholic.
Oh yeah, I've made my confirmation. I've made my communion. I made my first penance. I went to Sunday school. I have a priest and a nun in my family. Like we're Catholic Polacks from we're very Catholic Polacks from Buffalo, New York, and I'm very proud of my Polish heritage. Though very proud of my Polish heritage
for the sake of like
my marriage.
Yeah.
Well, not like the sake of my marriage, but I want to be buried next to my wife.
Your burial plots they get wholesale pricing if he converts. That's why he.
That's the Jewish thing. Shabbat shalom.
Yo,
lo mein. That's what Quentin got it. The lo mein, the beef lo mein. Thanks, Quentin. Yeah, the beef lo mein. Love the beef lo mein.
Yeah, the Chinese actually when we buy like funeral plots, we buy like on top the highest point we can, and we buy in whole.
Really?
Yeah, that's a superstition thing. We always want to be on a higher point, but we always know that the owners of the funeral homes and the funeral plots are all the Jewish guys, and they know how much we're willing to pay for it. So my granduncle, he bought this shit in wholesale because he had some how you put it?
He bought wholesale cemetery plots. Is that what you're telling us? Or your grandfather did? I mean,
no, granduncle.
Granduncle did?
Yeah, he had
that's smart, but
yeah, he had a big family. I'm gonna put it that way, and he bought 8 at a time, so it was a better pricing structure.
Hold on, Vic, are you born and raised in Long Island, near Queens, New York City?
I'm in Queens. Yeah, Queens.
Have you been to the cemetery area?
Yeah, like
holy shit, it's like its own city.
Oh, if you're talking about like the one like in like Brooklyn. Or
I'm
like
talking about the one it's in Long Island somewheres. It's like it's just cemetery all around.
Oh yeah, that's.
And there's like a road through it, and then there's like
cemetery. That's the right way to say it. It's literally like its own world.
Yeah, it's literally its own world. Like when my wife's grandfather passed, he's buried down there. So we flew when we went down there, and they were driving up to it. I was just like blown away. I never seen a cemetery that big before.
No, the cemetery business is freaking huge. They charge you for maintenance, they charge you for plot, engraving, everything.
Oh yeah, I mean you got there's what 2-3 million people in New York City. So people die.
You have to bury, but Chinese.
You probably had 100 people die today in New York City.
Yeah, Chinese people we only bury. We like for us like the superstitious. If you cremate, you're poor. That's the fuck up.
Jews can't be cremated though. I thought about being cremated. I told my wife just to cremate me and like have me like buried like next to her, and she's like, you can't do that. And it didn't occur to me why, and then I realized why. And so yeah, Jews don't do cremation. Thank you, Holocaust.
Yeah, Chinese
all right.
Chinese do both, but like yeah, the ones who cremate, we consider like, you're the low end income. It's really fucked up. Like, there's a lot of stupid superstitions.
It's very popular to get cremated here in Buffalo. I don't know why we're talking about cremations and death right
We're
now.
waiting for
Nick, are you looking
to
for?
stream.
Did you find that cabinet yet, so we can get off this topic of death and
I'm
burials?
trying to. I don't want to. I'll have to just crank out that phone. Fuck it. Hold on.
In China, cremation is mandatory because you're not allowed to get buried anymore. There's not enough space.
You guys are running out of room up there.
It's a real estate issue. Okay, whoever's watching from the government, please don't ban me. I might need to escape there.
Please don't ban me.
Please don't ban me.
Depending on what government comes out in the next like 20 years. Fuck.
I mean, government's about to shut down on Wednesday, so.
Oh, here it is. Push. Hold on. Sorry.
Let's not get into politics.
We have never touched politics ever, which is great. So cheers.
No, we try. Yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah,
Cheers to that.
We are friends from 3 different religions, 3 different ethnicities. Well, 2 technically, but yeah, never touched politics. Ever.
Italian is its own ethnicity.
Very true.
Yeah,
I agree to
I mean, look at his hair. I don't have any.
Okay.
I can't style my hair.
I went to Vic's house twice. The dude does not have garlic. He does not have freaking
What is that box?
Hold on, wait. That's
no.
I got my camera. Hang on.
He got
Is
feedback.
that a drone?
No, wait. It's my phone. Hold on. Just wait. If I hold, I gotta now make sure I hold it right.
Speaking of, have you guys seen any drones by your houses?
No.
Have you?
No, I haven't. But have you? I mean, it's supposed to be all over like Long Island in New York City.
No.
I was gonna say, have you seen it on yours by any chance or no?
No, Rochester has had reports of drones, but nothing in Buffalo.
What are we doing here? What's happening here?
In Flushing, we see a drone, we take it down, we hack it, and we resell it on eBay.
Right? Is that you're Cambodian, right? Is that the Cambodian way to go?
No, technically, my family's Chinese. So we're just born and raised in Cambodia and Vietnam. But yeah, we'll do shit like that. Yeah.
Hello, Scarface.
Oh, so yeah. Wait, well, let's show Vic's original cabinet first. That's the reason I fell
Vic,
in love with
you
it.
made the most Italian cabinet by doing Scarface. It couldn't have been only Italian or if you did Godfather. Hey, there's your forehead. Looking like every other person on TikTok streaming.
Vic has no garlic, no oregano in his cabinet for his pizza is kind of shit. Like
you got no garlic and no oregano in your cabinets?
No powder.
I think we do. I'm pretty sure my wife does.
No.
Yo, he is the only Italian that has no garlic or
I'm
oregano.
gonna stay like this. Does that make sense if I stay like this?
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
I wanted it to be a long way, but
What are you
whatever.
doing though?
He said he wanted to see my cab.
Yeah,
your
so
cab.
this is what I liked. I saw this at his house. Like, oh, I love this. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he liked the foot pedal, but I no longer do the.
No,
foot
he no longer does it. Damn it! Like, yeah.
Bobby
Only
Bougie.
because this. Look, see, like to get like this mounted, and I had to put like a 1x2 here. It's a no go. But
Yeah.
I don't know if my mic is gonna work. I'm gonna lose audio to you guys. Like I won't hear you, but
Can you hear us?
faintly actually. Hold on, I could hear you.
We hear you fine.
It depends.
We hear you better than you were before.
Did you say John Wick was broken? You can't hear us.
I gotta pick up my pants. Hold on.
No one cares about your pants. Show the.
I don't want to get sawdust on my PJs.
Look at those Lowe's dollies. I got those. There it is. Yeah, dude, it's almost as tall as his garage. How is that going to fit in your house?
We measured
How high is your ceiling?
like 8 feet.
That cabinet's like 8 feet tall.
I'll show you 8 feet. I'll show you 8 feet.
All right.
No, you
So you
won't.
can at least see the white that I'm painting.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. So we're gonna have
Speakers too on the top of it?
Wait, Vic, can you still hear us?
No, he can't hear us.
I can't really hear you. No.
Okay, all right. So I'll do it. So okay, so we're gonna have 2 speakers there. That
Let me put the control panel on. Hold on.
the big rectangular hole is gonna be my white marquee. That's gonna be beautiful.
That's with control panel.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Now you can get the visual. So we're gonna have trackball. I have 2 cup holders because I'm alcoholic. That's a real Hap trackball too. That's my trackball. And look at the way Vic cut out the holes under. The buttons. This one can do Sanwa. Can do Japanese style buttons and of course American style buttons. The joystick will be compatible with both Hap and Sanwa joysticks. And I'm gonna be giving him my original Game Room Solutions cabinet. The cabinet,
and then I have your shelf.
Yes,
I have the shelf that's gonna go in here.
Custom made for me. Oh, you like. I really wanted a front opening cabinet so that I can do mods like without rolling it out.
But yeah, there you go. That's it's got cup holders on it.
Yay, alcoholism. Yep, we're gonna. Oh, and then we have a Steam Deck cut in the middle too. That's what the smaller hole in the center is. Yeah, that's a Steam Deck cut. 2 speakers. I forgot what's in the middle of the speaker. Shit, what do we?
Oh, and that's the rear. So this is the 1 fan, and then the power.
No, but what's in the middle of the speakers? The 2 speakers. There's a slot in the center. What was that for?
I'm gonna come back and try to hear what you're saying, but yeah, at least you could kind of see the cabinet.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the freaking perfect RPEG white cabinet. Damn. Oh, USB port. Oh no, sorry.
Wait, are you guys saying something?
Yeah.
Say it again. Repeat it.
No, it's the amplifier for the speakers.
Oh yeah, that's the amp. So here.
Yep.
This is the Steam Deck.
Ooh, look at that. Special edition white Steam Deck. Nice. We're gonna have LEDs, light guns, and a 42-inch OLED. Yeah, Vic took care of all of this for me. He literally cut everything custom. Yep, it's gonna have Vidal is gonna have a 24-inch digital marquee. Yeah.
And then if you want to see one of the speakers.
Like, this is what you pay for. Like, if you're gonna, if I'm well, actually, Vic did this for me as a favor, but yeah, this is like a $8,000 cabinet, no problem. But me myself, I'm gonna be doing the buttons and the PC myself because
I have your Quambas.
Oh yes.
What did I do with the Quambas here?
These are technically Chinese buttons, but Quamba silent buttons, the Quamba gravities. You can use Japanese style buttons on a freaking wooden cabinet. That's never been done before.
Got to shave it down a little more, but yep.
Yeah. Vic, tap it. Silent buttons, and we're gonna LED it. It's gonna be beautiful. Yep. Yeah. No one else has this on their cabinet. No one else.
Oh, and then I have your cup holders.
They sell the buttons.
They sell the buttons, but no one really has this. The button. Oh, and
you got the white LED cup holders.
Normally, those buttons don't fit.
How do you hook up the LED cup holders? Are they just 12 volts?
12 volt. 12 volt.
So you just splice in the wire to a 12 volt adapter?
Yeah.
And then you got the USB hole here that I wanted.
Yep.
USB
for.
And I said I got to do vinyl, so vinyl is going to cover like the slit here.
Vic, show me your pocket cut for the Stream Deck. Can you go behind? And I want to see your pocket cut for the marquee too. So how are you angle cutting those? Are you angle cutting those on your CNC or are you doing it on a saw?
I'm going to put the shelf in. Hold on. Oh, I can't put the shelf in.
I can't hear it. God damn it.
There's Godfather. I heard Godfather go off. But yeah, I'm just trying to paint the wood. This is here, look. See, I didn't want to see this. See this? So I wanted to paint it white.
I do that with
like that brown is like, ugh.
Ray, I use mending plates.
But this is like, this is only visible. The shelf is going to cover this. So it was this to that.
Yeah, these are very minor things. Like this is never visible in general, but Vic went above.
So I'm going to put like 2 more coats of this white.
That's the quality you
But
get.
it's at least better than like the brown. Like that would have pissed me off.
So when you pay Vic for a build, this is what you get. This is like, what you can expect.
And it's on wheels. Remember that too. It's on wheels.
Yeah,
It's on
custom
so we can move this
to your spec. Like, if you're gonna do this, do it right. Yeah, like this to me is worth $8,000, no problem. No
I'm doing something similar like that for Tanner. Tanner asked me if I can do like a Sega Model 2 House of Dead style. So I'm going to be designing a House of Dead style cabinet for Tanner for his.
Oh, actually, that ball is mine. That's my own hat ball, but still.
Is that a hat ball? Is that a U?
There's no holes. We didn't put the bolts.
That's an original.
No need for bolts.
Yeah. I looped that ball with my
Look
own.
how you mounted it. I've never seen anybody mount a trackball like that before.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. No holes. I love that. And this is all real wood. No freaking MDF. No, I love. He specifically got laminated wood for me.
Isn't that sexy?
Yeah. We're still gonna put art on it, but even without art, I think that looks fucking great.
I thought you were going to do just all white.
I am, but I'm still gonna put vinyl on top just for waterproofing protection.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's Street Fighter. Dusty.
Oh, I want that so bad.
There's the Stearns.
Can you hear us now, Vic?
I couldn't hear you at all, but I'm coming down now to hear you.
Can you hear us? Oh, because you're coming out of speakers on your TV.
Yeah, I had it. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, so that's a base model that I like that he showed me, and I was like, all right, I want something like this, but well, he went a little bit overkill with the Scarface. I know he's very Italian. Yeah. No garlic, no oregano, but
well, it's only Scarface in the middle, and then it's the Godfather on the right.
Yeah. So I love the texture when you feel his
and then it's GTA Vice City on the left.
Yeah, when you feel the panel, like there's no plexi. I had plexi before, but plexi just gets smudges. This is embossed. It's nice.
His embossed. He wants to do gloss here on that.
Yeah.
I love using the no plexi. It's sexy.
Yeah, I just realized like when I was thinking back to my childhood, like all the arcade cameras had no plexi. It was just vinyl or whatever the fuck they put on it, or laminate. Yeah.
Now, Vic, what are you doing your 45-degree cuts with? Are you cutting it on a table saw, or are you using your CNC?
No, so CNC I can't do 45 degrees.
Okay, I didn't think so. That's why I asked. Because if you figured it out, I was going to start picking your brain.
No. 40. So the only thing I have 45 cut is the control panel, that front, like the edging because his boards, the front board is only 4 inches or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I use a regular chop saw.
Oh, use a chop saw for that.
Yeah. I'll go back to the garage. I can show you if you want.
No. I didn't even think of that. I got a chop saw, so I didn't even think of that. Because
chop saw, you could turn the head.
Right.
And you go 45. If you want, actually, only because
I only got a chop saw that goes down. I don't got a pull out and pull in chop saw. But my chop saw is like
me too. I only have one that chops down.
Yeah, and you can turn it. I didn't even think of that. So I didn't even think of that at all.
So the only thing, though, let me think. There's 2 cuts on my cat. I'll go back up. There's 2 cups on. Were you able to hear me talk when I was there?
Yeah, we heard you talk.
The mic at least was good.
Perfect.
I'll show you real quick. There's 2 cuts on my cabinet that requires I use my track saw. I don't have a table saw because I want to keep all 10 of my fingers.
You bought a track saw?
I've had a track saw ever since I discovered a track saw was a thing. It is like the must needed thing ever for me. Because like, for example, like on the CNC, if I put on the CNC a regular square, dude, that's going to take me like 45 minutes to cut a square. Whereas I have the track saw, it's super easy. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Hold on. Let me get back.
Daniel Spies has a thing like, oh yeah, we need a track saw.
I'm gonna buy. My next thing is I'm gonna buy Daniel Spies' brand. He has the
Festool. Yeah, Festool's a good one.
Dude, the track saw is like $800.
I know how much you make, so yeah, you can afford that.
I know, and now honestly, ever since
I've from Home Depot, from immigrants, yeah.
Hold on, wait, where's my camera home?
I'll be right back. I gotta grab a drive. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I wasn't able to really hear what you guys were saying. So what were you saying? So the shelf. So did you see the paint? You saw like I painted the
we're just Joel likes filling things with cock.
Artemis, that's he's subtly active. We'll let Joel read that when he comes back.
I know.
So you saw like that brown. I didn't want that brown, especially because I know you're gonna open it and your PC is gonna be there. So I said, let me just paint it white. So
thanks, buddy. Yeah.
It still needs like 2 coats, but it's right. It looks better than the brown.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does.
Because I would have been annoyed. I would have been like, oh shit, like this. Because you're the only one. I've gotten the request for a swinging door. Like Project Canada, he's like, he saw the short and he's like, son of a bitch, I wish I requested that. And I was like,
but
he doesn't
do modding or anything, does he?
No. I made for him though. I made a gun cart for Project Canada. He has a legit just a cart. I shipped it with his V pin. It's a cart that holds his controllers and his light guns.
Yeah, no, the doors, because I tinker, I mod, I replace all the time.
I just want to ask you, Ray, because you didn't want me to put the power thing. Do you want me to put like a board somewhere so you could just put the power through it?
What? Board what?
I'll show you what I mean. So Joel's back. Let Joel read that super chat from Artemis.
He paid you $2 to read this out.
Joel likes things with cock. I don't know what that means.
All right.
Well, if you can't understand that,
I know what caulk is, but I don't know what it means because I'm not. What am I using caulk on?
I'm gonna go back to the garage so you could, if you want to bring it back, I'll show you the track saw. I'll show you the chop saw.
He paid you $2 to say you like filling things with cock, man. Jesus. The fact that the Chinese guy.
I'm Polish and I have to, sometimes it doesn't register correctly, Ray.
The Chinese dude is explaining English to you guys.
That's because you just got back from Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the chop saw.
Yeah, I got the same chop saw, Vic.
So the only thing, if you look carefully, though, because I'll be honest,
mine doesn't do that.
45 and the 35s. It's here that I usually use it. So you can see there. That's where I needed like the chop saw. Yeah. Same thing here.
So
goes across. So it's always tough to make that angle to meet.
It's like all perfectly. Real wood. Yeah, that's 3/4 inch wood, I think.
Okay.
Vic, that's 3/4.
But again, that's why I told Ray, no matter what, I have to always put vinyl because I want to hide that.
You got to hide those corners, yeah.
Fair enough.
I always want to put vinyl.
Wait, that's 3/4 inch, right?
I could show you
inch, yeah, that's
this one. So my track saw, I'll show you the track. The track saw here, there's a 45 cut here, and there's a 45 cut here. So you can see it here. This is cut. This is like the 45 here. So for me to get the angle, this is cut downward, so it rests. This piece is resting on this really, and then this is the track. It's I have the Makita.
I thought I had super chats turned off, honestly. So the
Makita. This is I think it's 48 inches, and then the saw is here.
I'm gonna tell you what I tell my wife. $2 is $2.
$2 is $2.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is a freaking beautiful cabinet. Like this is gonna be like, the reason I wanted this is because my cab is limited to 32 inches for the screen. With this one, it's unlimited. It's beautiful.
That's gonna be.
I'm able to hear now. I could hear y'all now.
Yeah, so my chop saw the chop saw that you got, Vic. So yours does that angle that way. Mine doesn't turn like yours turns, but mine doesn't go at the angle like yours does. Mine just turns left and right, so I can do a 45-degree angle with the board going up and down.
No, that'd be sketchy.
No, it's not sketchy. You just have to make sure you do it right. That's all. So I can do a 45-degree angle, 35-degree angle, whatever I need to do, but the wood can't be any bigger than like 5-6 inches.
Right. So that's like
if I'm doing control deck, that bottom wood pieces isn't going to be any bigger than I did mine at 5.
Right. I originally had Ray's cut at like I think it's 4. I think I wrote to you. I think it's 4 1/4.
Yeah.
It was either that or 3 1/4, and I dropped it down to just 3 or 4 even.
Yeah. See, I would go deep just because my experience with the game room solution cabs aren't that deep, and the I've always had an issue with I like using the hapsticks and the micro switches. So I've always had an issue with like the micro switches either hitting the wood in the front or hitting the bottom of the cabinet, and it's not like closing exactly correctly. So and then if you use something like a Tron stick, the base is deeper. Excuse me, the base is deeper. So I figured, F it, I'll just make it 5 inches thick. So
yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Me personally, the only reason Ray's cabinet or even mine, all my Bivics are deep because I have to make clearance of the cup holder.
Yeah, that too. Right.
That cup holder base is like 3.5, but then you take off like the 3/4 of an inch that it sits on.
Right.
But also I discovered like Ray's trackball. It's off about by like 1.5 inches off the floor. So it's really.
Sorry, I just kept hearing deep, thick, and my balls.
Now the thing about that trackball is great, but I'm not gonna lie though, it's a smooth ball. Like trying to compare it to the U-Track,
it should be a lot smoother.
I told Ray, I was like, I don't like seeing the 4 bolts through the control panel.
Oh yeah,
right. We talked when you couldn't hear us, but we talked. I mentioned I'm like you created a box underneath.
Yeah,
like
so I basically
I was like, I never seen that before, and Ray's like, I love that because there's no screw holes and it's flush. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, why don't you just take some screws from the bottom and screw it in? But what you're going to run into if you do that is, your ball can still collapse through because you can break a screw out.
Correct.
So you creating that tight box like that, giggity, was great. Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah,
I designed the box in a way that if Ray needs to ever clean the ball, he could just take the two like legs out, and that's it. It'll just come out.
Some people call that ingenuity. I call that inguinality.
I love that.
The only thing about Ray's trackball, to be brutally honest, if you compare it like how like the real way that trackball is, it's like no joke.
Ball.
Yeah, but you're supposed to only have like 1/8 of an inch of wood that it rests on.
Right.
Like I went like a hair over 1/8 of an inch, so it's like it's good. I could spin the ball. It's like I could still try to put a screw, but I'm more worried about if I put that screw through the wood, it's going to kind of nipple.
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So wait, did you have to pocket cut that?
I did pocket cut that. Yes,
because that's not the U-Track.
No, the U-Track doesn't need.
I was going to say that too. Come on, Billy. Like I
stopped cleaning his balls years ago. I have to. I'll be honest, though, Ray. When I deliver it, I'll give the ball a cleaning beforehand because it's been dusty in the garage. But I'll clean your ball.
My balls are dusty and dry.
I'll clean your ball.
By the way, this is actually serious now. If you guys have a trackball, right? It's not about cleaning; it's about oiling. You must lube your ball.
Yeah, Ray told me. Would you say use baby oil or vegetable oil?
Baby oil, baby. I'll be right back. I gotta run up to my garage. I'll be right back.
What I use is none of your business.
Is it canola oil?
That's between me and my wife. But for normal people, yes, baby oil, mineral oil is good. Yeah,
mineral oil. That's what it was. It was mineral oil. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So what you do, right? Much like when you were a kid, you get a microfiber cloth. Put your ball in the microfiber cloth.
Right. So you have to disassemble it.
Wipe with mineral oil.
Right.
Wait, we're talking about trackball now? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You have to still disassemble the trackball though, right?
Yes, you have to take out the trackball. Yes.
Because I've what was it? I took apart a Golden Tee, and the bearings inside were just caked. So you have to also clean the bearings.
Yes, if your bearings are fucked, you have to clean your bearings.
Yeah, like they're like, you got to really clean that. So yeah. So the only thing I said, Ray, would definitely like I'm gonna hang out with you when I deliver the cab because I have to mount your LCD monitor. So I have it in a way where it sits flush, and then I have 2 sticks that hold it like up, so it doesn't.
No worries.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like,
yeah, the monitor is the least I'm worried about. Yeah, the art is the hardest part. And then the buttons. Well, the buttons I'll do myself, honestly. It's like, yeah.
I'm just anxious for you to like. Number one, I'm gonna plug in the monitor. I'm pretty sure it's all safe. I gotta just do like what I did with that trackball. I have to do the same thing with the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck I have to put a piece of wood so that when you push it, it doesn't fall through.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna do the same thing where I gotta basically put a piece of wood and then it'll be there. But it's like solid. I do like dude. Your door alone is 30 wide, 32 long. That's a fucking massive door.
Yeah, I can mod shit inside. So most people who buy a cabinet do not need to do this, because you're never gonna touch it. You just turn on and play. That's it. Me, right. I'm a more high end modder, so I do shit like freaking every 6 months. My cabinet, my arcade cabinet, for people who don't know, is also my Plex server. So it handles all my movies and TV shows and whatever. There's like a 32 terabyte hard drive in there of porn. I mean movies. Now
I didn't get to ask you. So you right now, if you look at your arcade cabinet now, you have like, I think you have 4 power barrels in your control panel.
Yeah, but it's not necessary. I did the first 2 on the top, and then I thought, it works, but on the bottom makes more sense. So there's no wires going like this.
So my question to you is, are you going to put barrel connectors on this CAD?
Yes, but not on the beautiful door that you made.
So who's
you want to put it on the inside? You want to put barrel connectors on the inside?
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of that. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
I have a drill, man. I have a drill.
No, but I'm trying to say to you, if you're going to take a drill, but where are you going to take the drill to?
Yeah, it'll probably be on the side, actually. I want to make it so that it's hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, if you want, I could mount like a 4x4 piece of wood, and you could just, it'll be like when you open the door, there's going to be a piece of wood with the barrel connector in it.
Nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right, okay.
It's from the back or whatever. It's gonna be. I don't want to ruin the beautiful aesthetic of the front.
If you want me to, I'll put it on the side. I'm only worried about you fucking up the artwork on the side.
No. I'm actually gonna plan to run it through the back, like just an extension on the back.
All right.
He's strange where he's running it 3 different times.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. So, I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, because I saw, if you see his cabinet, he has 4 barrel connectors in the front. I'm like, damn, what are you doing?
No, I got 6 actually.
That's his main hub.
USBs. Yeah, it's just
Ray's probably gonna use that thing to stream off of and like do all of his work on.
No, that's my Plex server. That's
no, I mean, like you're gonna like basically eliminate your desk and you're gonna use the arcade.
No. My desk. That's gonna be for the cousins when they come over, showing off and challenging my wife to like arguments. Like I
told Ray, I was like, Ray's control panel is 41 wide. I'm like, we could do a 4-player. He's like, I don't have 4 people to play with. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's I made my pedestal. It's 41 wide.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when you said it before, like that's right now that control panel you saw at Ray's is like 41 and maybe like a quarter.
What's the depth on yours?
The depth on it, I think, was 14.
That was 14?
I could triple check it. It's either 14 or 16.
I did. You don't have to. I mean, you can double check it later.
No, I think I have I got it. Hold on. I got my measurements on the phone.
I don't have.
There's a lot going on there for 14 inches.
So from the rear to the front edge, it's 14. 14 and an eighth.
Yeah.
I did mine at 24.
Damn. Well, the thing is this, though, and it's funny. Ray, originally when I spoke to Ray wanted the gun holsters on that control panel.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I made it. That's why when I saw your thing, I was like, oh, you're putting it like Ray wanted it, but then Ray changed it up. Ray's like, nah, forget it.
Yeah,
I've always had that idea.
Issue.
You put the holsters in the deck.
See, that's actually a good idea because you said your deck is going to be 5 inches tall, so that would actually be good for the gun to sit
I'm also gonna put holsters, like my 3D printed holsters into the deck too. So I'm gonna have those inside there also. I don't know if I'm gonna do the cup holders or not. That might be too much going on. But the open area between the two gun holsters, I'm gonna put the big stream deck. The big Elgato.
Yeah, you have like a 16 button one, no? Or like the 8?
Yeah, I got the big boy.
That's like
I'm
I'm
gonna put that there. That's why I was asking Ray earlier if he can do an AHK file for what do you call it? If you can do an AHK file for the iPack to switch the modes, that would have been cool to do it.
I'm surprised you can't do a keyboard input with that.
No, I found on Launchbox community there was a thread about doing it, and I was trying it, and I couldn't get it to hook. So maybe if I send it to Ray, maybe he could look at it. Maybe I'm doing a command wrong or something. But I was trying, and I couldn't get it to hook at all. So
interesting. What
do you say, J Rod?
There's a starred. What's a starred?
Just threw a nice comment and comment out.
Oh, Artemis is the super chat thing.
No, he's talking about Galaga guy.
Galaga guy.
Isn't he?
He's on his stream. He's streaming. Galaga guy is streaming.
Yeah, he's doing his drink thing tonight.
Jay saying he's made a comment.
Is it weird to stream about another stream on their live?
Well, we've done that.
At the inception.
Oh, so
yeah, like Ray right now. Yeah, what is that? Is that like a Thingiverse thing?
So here's a holster I'm gonna put on the cap you're gonna make me.
Okay.
I printed this myself at 100% info. This is fucking solid. But yeah, this will be just on the side. Very simple.
Oh, you probably could honestly. You could probably 3D print the fucking trackball holder.
Oh, do they just end the show?
I can't. I don't know how to design. That's Eric's thing. I just print. Wait. Let's see. What did it say?
Oh yeah, Jason the Lane wrote "Have a wonderful holiday."
What? Oh yeah, they just ended the show.
That usually only streams for like an hour. Oh yeah, look, he started the stream 75 minutes ago.
Wait, can we join their stream? Because
he put a link into us.
Oh, that's sweet.
He put a link into us. How nice was that, right?
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Thank you, Galaga guy. Yeah, thank you, Galaga guy. That was really awesome that he did that. Really awesome that he did that. Yo, guys, I want to show you this though. You remember I was talking about doing those clocks?
Yes, I want to see a clock. Yes.
Let me see your clock.
See my clock.
Clock.
I like the numbers on that.
Yeah, the numbers on this I think look really good. They're like perfect size. And so I don't know what I want to do with this one yet. I'm going to cut another one because I do want to do the epoxy stuff that I was showing you guys.
Right.
But the way that this one came out, it's like perfect to me. So I think I'm just going to stain it with a stain and see how it looks with a natural cedar stain. And maybe, I might offer two versions, epoxy and non-epoxy, just like a nice wood stained one, and then do one with the epoxy on it. Epoxy is going to cost more, obviously, than this one. Because this is just going to be cut out.
CNC to cut that?
That one, total, I think an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow. That's actually not bad. That's amazing.
The longest part was the logo of Mortal Kombat. That was 45-50 minutes to cut that with I used a 1/16 bit to cut that instead of a quarter inch would have been too big, so use a 1/16 down cut to do the pocket cut on that, and the pocket cut is only 0.15 of an inch deep. I didn't go very deep with it at all. And then the numbers are also 0.15 of an inch deep. Those took 10 minutes to do. And then the contour cuts to do the square and then the circle, that was like another 15-16 minutes. So yeah, it was probably about maybe an hour and 10, hour and 20 minutes. You also have to consider me changing in the bits too. Yeah. So I'm going from a 1/16 to the quarter inch bit when I'm doing the last round of it. So it takes me a few minutes to change out the bits. But yeah, I have a Galaga in the queue for me to do that I designed. I did Nintendo 64.
Whoa.
So the Nintendo 64 one, I really want to do the epoxy on because I want to do the colors of the Nintendo.
I was going to say, yeah, if you get that epoxy with the colors.
And then I also want to do, I bought, what do you call it? What is that shit called? Oracle. I bought the Oracle 813, which goes over the wood. So I'm going to take one and I'm going to spray paint it black. and give it a nice finish like I've been doing, and then I'm going to take the Oracle and put the Oracle over it so that it'll cut out the numbers, and then I can spray paint the numbers like red, or I can paint them red, or put the epoxy red in it so it doesn't bleed over the top. Mike Hawk is speaking of cocks. Mike Hawk Hurts is here.
He's new, right? Like,
no, he's not new. I follow him all the time. Yeah,
he's
I love
joins
Mike.
on my streams too. Yes, Mike is.
Mike is awesome. Mike is awesome.
Have you ever? My only question to you: could you do the epoxy? What if you did a deeper cut? If you went deeper on Mortal Kombat or the numbers, you can't like just drizzle in that epoxy and let it like.
That's why I switched numbers here too. I also have to switch numbers because I was doing the Roman numerals, right? I use the V bit to cut the Roman numerals, and the V bit I set to go at 11th of an inch deep, and the V bit doesn't exactly go 11th of an inch because it's got a point, right? So, and the deeper you go with it, the more the side expands out because of the thing. So I'm like, all right, let me try this with the 1/16th bit and see how it comes out with regular numbers before I find different Roman numerals. And the numbers came out better with the 1/16th. So I'm going to look for Roman numerals ones that I can do with the 1/16th bit too. But the numbers are 0.15th of an inch deep. So I can epoxy this, and then I can take the planner and I can plan it, and I shouldn't have to worry about losing the numbers like I was with the Roman numerals.
Are you using like a flame torch for that epoxy?
No, I did not.
I've seen people do that where apparently you take the bubbles out with the flame torch.
So I didn't have any bubbles on the last one that I did, but I did realize though too that if I do have some bubbles when I'm hitting the planner, and it takes out the chunk, I'm going to go back over it with a finishing epoxy. So the finishing epoxy will just fill in those holes, and it's all going to blend together, and you won't see it.
Interesting.
I also thought of the idea too because I was overfilling the holes with epoxy, and that's why I was having to use the planner, right? So I'm thinking maybe instead of overfilling the holes, I underfill the holes, and like I just do like a layer on the bottom. To give it like that black layer on the bottom that I don't have to worry about sanding it down or anything, and I can just take the finishing epoxy and fill in the rest of the pockets with the finishing epoxy.
Interesting. Yeah. Where do you get the clock mech from?
Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah, you can get 6. I got 6 mechs for $20.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, first of all, I was like, how do I make a clock? And how do I do the mech, right? Like, how do you do a clock mech? Like, what the fuck? I don't know shit about gears, right? So so I'm like, I looked it up on Amazon, and I found the battery mech, and it's just a plastic mech with a battery holder in it, and then the centerpiece that goes through the hole, and then you just put the clock pieces over the top, and then you bolt it in.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's got a nut. I'm sorry, it's got a nut that goes over the thing, and then it just screws down and holds it in place, and then they all clamp together.
Have you didn't look at doing like a 3D print of it? Of the 3D
printed clock? No, I didn't look at doing a 3D printed clock, but what I did also think of was I go, because I'm using 3/4 inch wood here, that I go maybe a 1/2 inch deep down, which will leave me a 1/4 inch of wood left, and then I take a 3D printed logo, put it in the center, and then I put the epoxy over it.
I gotta head out. I got some business to deal with. We'll talk about your 3/4 inch wood later.
Where you going? Oh, he's going to get laid.
No, I'm not gonna. But we'll talk about 3/4 inch wood, and then
I'll take that. That's solid. It's 2 hours and 15. All right, but before anything, Ray, you got to tell everybody happy holidays and happy New Year.
Oh yes, happy holidays to everybody. We're 5 days away from Christmas and 6 from Hanukkah. Yes.
Yes.
And Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa starts the same day as Hanukkah.
Oh, there you go.
You guys ever watch Futurama? Kwanzaa bot gave it the book. What the hell is this? What is Kwanzaa?
Oh my god! Get off this screen before we get hit with racism.
wait, hold on. The Switch 2 chipset date just leak.
They even got the Legion Go 2 leak. Talk about OLED. I don't know.
Oh, Switch 2 did leak, but
Ray doesn't have to go now.
Yeah.
Ray, go.
I gotta deal with.
Vic and I got this because Vic and I can talk for hours.
Yeah. All right. You guys have.
Vic and I can't call each other on the phone. Our phone
do your
calls
business and then come back.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, come back. We'll still be streaming.
Yeah, we'll probably
Yeah,
see
I
it.
figured. Hey, okay, I'll be back. All right, maybe.
Did the Switch 2 chips? I don't really care about the chipset. It's more about like what does the Switch 2 look like?
That's what I want to know too. And like, if it looks like the Switch, I'm gonna be upset. Like, I want a bigger screen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I want a bigger screen, and I don't know. I want a different design.
But in all honesty, Nintendo needs they need the power. They need power.
They do.
Like, I think, like I said, I still think the Mario Odyssey is like the best Switch game ever. But like, if you play it handheld versus docked, you feel the power. You see a whole difference in the game. So they need like the power.
We need Mario Kart in 4K.
That's true, and also they need to make a new Mario Kart. Isn't Mario Kart 8 like the?
It came out on the Wii U.
Now?
Yeah,
it came out right.
It came out on the Wii U. That came out like 2012, 2011.
Really?
It's old as hell.
Oh,
hey,
we're converting a Ghost Squad 4-player arcade gun kit to Gunfire R.
If you think it is, you got to go.
I don't know.
You got to Ghost Squad.
If you are going to do that, you send it to Ray. Send the guns to Ray, and he'll do it. But yes, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You take a cabinet and then you make it a multicade. I'm not dealing with mounted guns. I don't know if that question is towards mounted guns, but no. No.
Mario Kart's initial release date, Mario Kart 8, came out May 29th, 2014. It's officially 10 years old.
Now, that didn't come out with the Switch. You're saying that came out with the Wii U.
Yeah, it was initially released on the Wii U, and then
Mario Kart ported over?
Deluxe. Yeah, they ported it over and they called it Deluxe. And that was ported over April 28th, 2017.
I didn't know that. We need a new Carnival. That's what Tanner says. Yes, it's true. There is some retro. I was saying yesterday at my stream, was like, I want to stream light gun games, but I have a feeling that once you start waving the gun around, that's it. Like, you're out. I'm like,
No, I think you can pull it off.
Yeah?
I think you can pull it off.
I might put like a doll. Maybe I'll put like a teddy bear. So it's just a teddy bear I'm pointing at, basically. But Mario Kart Double Dash is a bit different. I haven't played Mario Kart Double Dash. That's on the GameCube.
That's a good one. I think that was the first one with the drift, and then also you're double teamed on the back. That's why it's Double Dash.
Right.
So you got like a buddy on the back of you, and he's throwing shit.
Yeah, you could do like the Switch too. You could switch around a lot. I don't know. There's not even any games coming out for the Switch that's like hyped. Anything like that.
The last one was the Mario Luigi game, and that wasn't even that hyped.
Yeah, was that Brotherhood? That was Brotherhood.
Yeah,
or whatever.
We need a new Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Bring us a Donkey Kong Jr.
That's true.
Like, we haven't had a Donkey Kong Jr. since Donkey Kong Jr. And we've had Diddy Kong, we've had regular Donkey Kong, we've had Donkey Kong Country, we've had Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong Country Remix, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
I didn't play Tropical Freeze.
That's the one. That's actually the one for the Switch. I played it. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it is good. It's hard, but it's good. But we need either a new Donkey Kong game or we need a new Donkey Kong Jr. game. That's what we need. Give me a Donkey Kong Jr. that's like Donkey Kong Country.
I'm surprised they didn't announce anything, especially with the whole new theme park. Like the new Universal has the Donkey Kong stuff. My kiddo and I were watching it from the Japan with the new roller coaster, and she's like, "I want to go on that." I was like, "All right, we'll go to Japan one day, I guess." And I figured that they would have done the roller coaster and a new game, but I don't know. Isn't Sony coming out with the new handheld?
There's a rumor that they're coming out with something new, and they're going to jump into the handheld game, but it's like 2026, 2027.
They just did the Portal. You guys have the Portal now.
They finally updated the Portal to where we can do cloud gaming on it. So you don't even need a PlayStation 5 to use the Portal anymore. You just need a PlayStation Plus subscription, but it's a setting. So I did the update, and then I logged into my Portal, and I'm like, where's the cloud streaming? Like, where's it separate? It's like, it was supposed to be like a whole separate section. I'm like, where the hell is it? So I logged out of my account, and then you got to go into the settings and activate it in the settings. And then all of a sudden the PlayStation Plus cloud turned up. There was a great lineup that they put out for it, like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, the Siphon Filter games.
Wow.
What else was put out on it? Something else. There was a lot of newer games. There were some Need for Speed games that were on it. There are some. One of the
I haven't
sports games was on it. There was some pretty good games that are on it. The Portal is. I have the Portal. It's fantastic.
I was going to say you have it. So essentially, if you came to New York and you brought the PlayStation Portal with you, you didn't have to. You could play with it.
I could play with it as long as I got a Wi-Fi signal. Yeah.
Got it. And you could play PS5 games on it.
You could play as long as you can play PS5 games. If you're going to be traveling with it, they have to be on PS Plus in order to play the PS5 game. If you're home and you're attached to your PlayStation 5, it has to be a game that's physically on the hard drive. Unless I don't know if they changed this or not, but it had to be a game that was physically on the drive. I couldn't stream a game originally. So like if I purchased or if I went into the PlayStation Plus and I wanted to stream Silent Hill 2, I couldn't stream it. I had to physically have it on my hard drive in order for me to play it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you happen to have tried you playing your PS5, you're playing Resident Evil, and then if you grab your Portal, can you play another game and simultaneously play?
You can, yeah. So like if I'm playing my PS5 and if my kid wants to play like Paw Patrol on PlayStation Plus, then I can hand her my thing and she can play Paw Patrol on PlayStation Plus on the Portal.
And you could still play your PS5.
Yeah. I can still play my PS5. It's like it's using it. The Portal can now act as its own device.
That's interesting. I didn't know they were gonna do that, but that's interesting.
They need to take 80s arcades and update them with new graphics and backgrounds, but the same type of controls. I'm with that.
I hear it.
Yeah, imagine a Bad Dudes remastered. That would be pretty cool.
That's like, look at what they did with Asteroids. Look at Asteroids Revenge or whatever. They made new graphics for that. But then I think they also changed up the gameplay. So it's like,
or that Missile Command game. That Missile Command game is really cool.
You can do that. I would like the 30th Portal MG. It's pretty expensive.
Sean, I thought you had the 30th anniversary Portal. Or did you miss out on that? The Portal's only $200. It's $199.
You can use a game. Oh, what's this? I still have some hiccups with Portal, but my new house was able to get in a very smooth session. Still online at old house. Interesting.
Nice.
I think it's cool. I mean, but then again, isn't the Portal so like thin? Like, isn't there like not much like what's the computer in it? Like, what's the chipset and stuff like that?
That I don't know, but it is like an OLED. It's not an OLED screen, but it is like it's thin enough like an OLED screen, and then it's just like a PlayStation controller on the side. It's pretty thin. The screen itself is. If you drop it, it's fucked. There's no doubt.
Like, case and a whole screen protector for it and all that.
Yeah, you'd have to definitely get a screen protector for it. Or I don't even think they make a case for it though. But I don't. That's not something I'm ever going to take out of the house.
I have the backbone. Oh,
yeah. It's what do you call it? Brad's got the backbone. Remember, I tried that at his house.
Oh yes,
the backbone's cool. I got one now too. I won one from Rascal. I didn't want one at first, but all these updates. See, I was hoping that everybody would do a Bad Dudes remastered. That new Double Dragon game that they announced, I hope it's more of a side scroller like the original, because the recent ones that they came out with were kind of boot, you know. And with the way that they went with Ninja Gaiden and Power Rangers and G.I. Joe, I'm hoping we're going to get a side scroller Double Dragon. That would be really cool.
They did an update apparently to Power Rangers. I didn't really see an issue with Power Rangers, but
I was watching you playing it last week. It was pretty good.
I only had a complaint about the final boss with Rita, where it was kind of like you had to be exactly on her line. Like, so if I was hitting her, I was hitting her from like I was behind her. Right. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, let me just get the connection. But
I was watching you take down Goldar.
That was the beginning of the game. It was cool. It's a cool game, but people are upset that there's no multiplayer to it, meaning online multiplayer. The final boss fight. The boss fight before you fight like the Green Ranger, that boss fight was way more intense than Rita. And I'm like, they should have flipped it? But
if you remember back in the day, that was like a 3-part or 2-part episode too, where they were fighting the Green Ranger. So,
I'll be honest, I was never into Power Rangers growing up.
What?
Never watched. My wife said the same thing. I was
Well,
like,
I got 6 years on you, so you weren't really. You were probably
I
6
was
years
more
old
into
when
like
that was going on.
when I was watching cartoons, it was like Rocko's Modern Life and like Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
type
you were
of stuff.
Nickelodeon.
I was a Nickelodeon kid, definitely. But then Cartoon Network, Ed and Nettie, Cow and Chicken, like I was into that.
Cow and
But-
Chicken.
Oh my Cow and Chicken.
Rocco's Modern Life was just shit, though. I
Rocko's
love
Modern
watching that.
Yeah, but then it's like until I was like 22 years old, I realized that Rocko's Modern Life, Rocko was like a phone sex operator.
Yeah,
I
yeah. Like we were being corrupted by Nickelodeon back in the day. It was weird.
just remember that. That's just that one. He goes, "Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby." That's it.
Remember Eeks Extravaganza?
I never watched that.
You never watched Eeks Extravaganza? Dude, that show
No.
was the shit.
Oh,
It was on right after Rocco's Modern Life all the time.
I was big also on like the Guts and what was it? Legends of the Hidden Temple. I was into that stuff too. I'll go new Sega games that are being redone will be good, like Shinobi. I think they're doing are they doing a Shinobi?
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy Taxi would be solid. That would be a great like remaster. They should probably look into that.
They are doing a Crazy Taxi.
They right? But I
Yeah.
feel like that was announced like a year ago or something.
It was announced at last year's Game Awards. And
I want to
haven't-
ask you real quick before I forget, did you play Astro Boy? Did you play this game?
Astrobot? No, I
Yeah.
have not. But I've played the PS4 VR version of it, but I never actually played the PS5 regular version of it.
I mean, for doing Game of the Year, I'm like, damn,
It's supposed to be really good.
it's supposed to be good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good, and I wouldn't put it past it because Astrobot is like he's like the new Sonic for PlayStation, basically.
Oh, so no more like what was it? I remember that. What was it? Remember Sackboy? Wasn't that like the thing for like the PS4?
Yeah, I think it was
Little Big Planet shit.
Little Big Planet. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that was that was childish.
I know, but
Astrobot
that
is
thing
a
took
little
off.
bit-
I remember that was a big deal about the PS4. It was like, oh, I'm gonna play Little Big Planet, and make my own character, and all that.
Yeah, Astrobot is a little bit more. It's kiddie, but it's more adult orientated though too. But it's.
I heard
supposed
there's
to be a lot
Easter eggs. You could like unlock like random characters and all that.
fun. Yeah,
You might have to try it.
yeah. But
MG's gotta go. Oh,
Sega hasn't had. MG's got to go to bed. Sega has. They got something up their sleeve, man. I think they're going to come out with some kind of streaming service that's going to be attached to everything. Like they got something up their sleeve that they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually came out with a console, and it would be like a streaming console, because nobody does a streaming. All the consoles stream, but I think it would be like a Sega digital streaming console that they're going to come out with, and we're going to get some new Sega titles. This is where they're coming from. Like, what are they going? So they're going to put Shinobi, Golden Axe, and Crazy Taxi on. They're going to release it for all the platforms. I don't think Sega would have made a big deal out of that advertisement at the Game Awards last year if that was the case. I think they got something up their sleeve, and that's why we haven't had an update since, because we're going to get the next update when it's ready to fully announce it.
it's interesting. You got a good take on that, especially like I mean, also what Virtual Fighter, right? Like, wasn't that like released? I was like, whoa, that was teased. I was like, that was interesting.
It was,
You're right,
yeah.
maybe they. I think you even wrote that in our group chat. You're
Yeah,
like, Sega's planning something. Like, oh,
I talked about it a lot. They were the first streaming service. The Sega Channel was the first streaming service. They were the first console to go online with the Dreamcast. They were ahead of their time. And now they're in the times where the streaming is capable, and they have the capabilities of doing the streamings. So I think they're going to come out with some kind of digital box, and I think it's going to be dope. And you know what? It's just what I'm hoping for.
right? Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
I'm hoping for some kind of standalone Sega Genesis or Sega streaming box or digital console that we can buy, and I will be first in line to get that shit too, because I love Sega. I was a Sega kid growing up.
I was gonna say though, now does well then again, you got Sonic, but Sonic is Sega, but Sonic's on the Switch, so it's like is Sonic Nintendo?
I think
You know what I mean?
Sonic is owned by Microsoft now.
Oh.
I think that is because the Sonic games originally, like there was no Sonic really for like the Wii U originally or like the Wii. It was Xbox. Xbox was releasing Sonic games, so I think Xbox has got some kind of license to the Sonic games. But now it's releasing on all platforms. You can get it on PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox.
The Sonic games?
Yeah, you can get them on all It's on all platforms now. It's not just dedicated. Same thing with Microsoft purchased Banjo-Kazooie, so they got the license to Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
And then some of the actually I think all the RAR games, I think Microsoft owns all the RAR games now.
Interesting.
But we need a new Killer Instinct. Like we need a new Killer Instinct. They do Mortal Kombat so much, and I love Mortal Kombat, but we need like a new Killer Instinct. It would be cool, dude, if Sega comes back, we can get a possibility of a new Eternal Champions.
That'd be interesting.
That would be cool, man.
That's interesting. I wouldn't even think that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Primal Rage. We're not going to get another Primal Rage because there's no the licenses. We're never going to get a license for Primal Rage, but Eternal Champions. I think we would get another Eternal Champions. There was actually supposed to be. There's a Primal Rage 2. She-Lion was telling me about this, and there is a dedicated, like, altered version of MAME that runs this game.
I saw that video.
Yeah, so there's Primal Rage 2, and she was talking to me about it, and we might be doing something with that, but she's got to hook me up. She's got to help me find it.
I was gonna say, is like the file like public? I don't think it is.
I don't know. We got to find it though, but I think I would love to play that though. I want to check that out because Primal Rage was awesome. The arcade port is way better than the console port, obviously, but Primal Rage is awesome.
MG said Sonic is owned by Sega, you Muppets. They just license it because they don't make hardware right now.
See? Yeah, they could take all that shit back. We can get another. Well, Afterburner was on PlayStation, but we can get another Outrun. Outrun's I think owned by Bandai Namco now.
Outrun, yes.
Yeah, we can get an Outrun 3. We can get another Virtual Racing. There's a lot of shit that Sega has under their belts, and they still make like arcades for, and they can port it back over and do stuff. Like Sega's just sitting there selling licenses, and it's like, bro, you can do a console. You can get back into the console wars now, and you can probably own this shit.
My wife is waiting for a Spyro. She's like, when is Spyro coming out? I was like, I don't know when the last Spyro came out, but she apparently was a big Spyro fan on the PlayStation. I was like, interesting.
There was one on the Switch. There was a Spyro. I think it's a Spyro collection.
Yeah, but is it a new game or is it like a remaster?
No, it's it's just like the collection, like all in one type of thing, kind of like the medieval stuff.
Google launched Stadia. I was thinking about when you said streaming services. Like I remember there was two things that I think Stadia was one. There was also another thing, and I'm like, oh, if Sega did a similar product with just their IPs and includes just enough hardware to run all their games eternally, they could have something.
Now, when I say streaming, I'm kind of leaning more towards like a digital console. So like PlayStation 5 has the digital only version, right? So I could see Sega releasing a digital only version, and then you can buy games, or they could have a streaming service attached to that digital console, right? So like certain games you could buy, but we also need a streaming service like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass has. And they could literally call it the Sega Channel because we own the rights to that. And we could have an all new Sega Channel running off a Sega console that we could stream through the internet, through the network. And I mean, if somebody knows somebody back in the day that had a Sega Channel. I don't know if you were old enough or around for that.
I don't recall the Sega Channel.
People around the age of 40 knew somebody or had a Sega Channel, or 40 plus knew somebody that had a Sega Channel back in the day. So I had a Sega Channel. Sega Channel was awesome.
The streaming device is pretty good because then you could put the old school consoles like the Genesis and the Master System on it, and
they could literally re-release the entire library of Sega Genesis on it, even though we have it on emulation.
I know. I was going to say that. That's where the argument is now. People are like, just put a Raspberry Pi to it, and it's different.
But also, there's nowhere where we can stream Daytona. There's nowhere where we can stream. I think we can stream Panzer Dragoon. No, they came out with Panzer Dragoon on the Switch, but you can't stream it. But like the Sega Saturn library, you can't stream that anywheres. I mean, you might be able to do it on Steam, but like on consoles, there's no consoles that have that. And the Sega Genesis library on the Switch, that hasn't updated in months.
I was going to say, yeah, what's going on like with the Switch and the N64 and
it's like it's dead. And that kind of makes me mad because I subscribed to that back in 2020. 2020 is when they released the N64 on the Switch Online, right? And I think we've had a matter of 15, 16 games released on it in 4 or 5 years. And it's like, where's the titles? We get one game a season? Like, where's the titles? And some of them are shitty games.
Was there any advantage, though? Were you able to play online against people?
On GoldenEye, you can.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, GoldenEye, you can go, like me, you, Ray, and Brad, we can do a 4-way match on GoldenEye if we all have the Switch. Yeah, so Switch Online, you can do all that stuff. There's a couple other games, too. I don't think you can do it with Streets of Rage, but I think it might just be the Nintendo ones you can do.
That's like the one thing that if they could do that, like you're saying, get a Sega stream, and then, get like 2 players to stream it and connect together, that would be game changing. You could kind of do that with NetPlay on a RetroArch, but I never had success with that. You need the exact ROM name and all that. I'm like, oh, this is a headache.
Imagine they come out with Double Dragon on Sega, or even the Nintendo or whatever they're coming out with this new Double Dragon for, and me and you can play that online together.
Right.
Yeah, blow through it. Same thing with Ninja Turtles. Imagine us playing a 4-way Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
I don't think you can do that with Ninja Turtles. Actually,
I think Shredder's Revenge. I think you can.
Can you?
I would assume
too. Like Nintendo, like release the Ninja Turtles game. Release the fucking Ninja Turtles the arcade game. Give us Ninja Turtles 3 on Nintendo. Like there's all these bangers on the Nintendo that they don't have in their library.
You know what? I was playing my Legion Go, and the one thing I said to myself, I was like, we haven't. I feel like we're not gonna see another Simpsons game.
No.
When it was like GameCube era, PS2 era, we had like 3 Simpsons games back to back, like on the years. And now, like, where's like the Simpsons games at? I love my Simpsons games. Like,
what is it?
I played the last one on the PS2, like the Simpsons game. That shit sucked. But like a hit and run and like Road Rage, genius. Those are like amazing classes you play for hours. But I was like, when was the last time we saw a Simpsons game? And now they got it on mobile. It's like tapped out. You get like you're building fucking Springfield on your phone. I'm like,
No, I'm not into that.
See, Cloud is being leveraged. Whoa, what do you got?
I was gonna say, give us another Simpsons game though. I would love another.
Yeah, dude, give us. I don't get it, dude. The formula for hit and run is just amazing. There's no multiplayer in hit and run, but I played that for hours and hours. I'm like, give us that again. Even look at Family Guy. Family Guy only got 1 video game, and I think it sucked.
There was 2, and they were both bad.
There was 2 Family Guy games.
There was 2 Family Guy games. There was the first one that came out, which was on OG Xbox and PlayStation 2, and then another one came out, I believe, on PS3. And I think it had something to do with some kind of multiverse going on. Remember when Brian and Stewie were going through different universes in his time machine?
Yep.
Yeah, it was something based on that. I never played it, but it was based on that. I didn't mind the Family Guy game. It was just a side scroller, beat 'em up, senseless game. And I bought it as soon as it came out. And as soon as I found out that there was a game for it, I bought it. I think I bought it like a week after it came out, actually, because I found out after it came out that it came out. Went and got it, played it, and beat the crap out of it in the first day, and never played it again. But I enjoyed it. Like, I had fun.
That's it. Sometimes the easier games is just more enjoyable. The less stuff, the better.
We need a new Simpsons pinball party.
That's true, Tanner. I'll be honest. Oh
my God.
Dude,
he hit the nail on the head there with that, right?
I know. He just now reminded me. I forgot to tell you guys about it, but I got an email. I'm gonna have to pull the trigger, but apparently I'm going back to Chicago.
Wait, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Last night on the stream, you said that you have Jersey Jack in your phone.
I have legit Jack Guarneri's phone number on my phone.
And he told you to call him and set up a Zoom.
I have to set up a Zoom, so that might change. I might just
sending you to Chicago again?
No, he's not. A different company is inviting us to Chicago, but they're not paying for us to go to Chicago, which I'm okay with.
When's the invite?
Oh, it's early January.
Okay. You can't say the name of the company, can you?
It's Stern. Stern sent out an invite.
So we got a new Stern game coming in January, February. Then we got an announcement coming.
Something's happening. I got an invite. And
do you know what the game is?
No, that's the one thing I was like, oh, they did not. They have it's a day planned. It's a media day. We get to play it.
I was going to say, maybe you can't say it live, but you could text it to me.
No, I wish. I'm telling you, I wish. This thing, the only thing I don't want to show is there's a date to it. So I don't want it where like, oh, I'm going to go this day. But no, it just says they're giving an option also at CES.
Are you going there? Wait, hang on. Do they want to send you to CES?
No. So this is basically just an invite. So they're not gonna they're not paying for it. They're just
Kong's going to CES.
True.
He is. Kong and I think somebody else got a media pass. It's either console kits or it's dubs, or it might be all three. They
always go to CES though. So
because Kong's got a media pass. He figured out how to get a media pass, and he did it. He got a media pass.
My only thing right now is I'm not gonna lie to you. I got that email. That email was sent late too. That email came in at around 7:00. I was gonna message B. And I was going to message like 2 other podcasters in the pinball realm. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't because maybe they didn't get the invite.
Yeah, don't.
I know, right? See? I'm like,
well, I mean, they're going to hear this someday, maybe.
Maybe they'll sit through the 3 hours of the stream and be like, oh. So I'm like, I don't know. I was gonna text B Kong, but I was like, I don't know if I should. Because I don't want some people to feel some type of way. I was gonna message Ralph. I would have messaged Retro Ralph.
When's CES? Do you know?
I don't know. All I know is that it's in Vegas. It says Las Vegas CES.
Yeah, I think it's always in Vegas. If anybody in the chat knows when CES is, let us know. I don't know when CES is. I think it's like March.
Whatever it is, I unfortunately don't have the game name, but I got invited to a media day. And
you got invited to a media day in Chicago.
There's a location in Chicago that they wrote. Now, I'm only in this 100% because of the loaner program. Because the person that sent me the email is the same person I was in contact with. What's that? January 7, 10, 2025.
That's CES.
CES is on the 7th to the 10th?
So CES is in like 2.5 weeks.
Interesting.
12 Family Guy games came out?
What? Maybe for Game Boy. There's maybe a couple of Game Boy games for the Family Guy.
He sent the screenshots in Messenger. Pull up your Messenger real quick. Oh, 7 through the 10th. So that's in like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, he sent me a lot. All right, he's got Family Guy video game released in 2006. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. That's the one that you said 2012.
Yep.
Family Guy Online.
What? There's an online game?
That sounds like a phone. It's like a phone game. Brian's Shoot 'em Up Bar. Released in I don't know that one.
Brian's Shoot 'em Up Bar?
Yeah,
do we got a light gun game for Brian?
I don't know. I'm gonna say that too. Are you gonna search it or I'll search it?
Hang on, let me pull up YouTube.
We have also Stewie's Candle Blaster.
Do we get another light gun game?
I doubt it. This is the
other What's the first one called? Brian's what?
Brian's Shoot 'em Up Bar. So shoot 'em up, like a shoot 'em up. Maybe it's a shmup. It might be a shmup style game. You do have Family Guy Pinball. Yes, Stern has a Family Guy Pinball. I played that.
Classic online games 4 years ago. This looks like it could be.
Oh, it's like a flash game. Is it a flash game?
I don't know what that means.
Like, like Miniclip. When you used to go to miniclip.com, it was a flash game. It's a flash game. It might be you can do a shoot 'em up spot. Add it to the LGL group.
Tell them mouse to start. You have 45 seconds to score. So it's a PC mouse based game.
This is considered a flash game. So like You would go to no, that's Bandai Camp. You would go to miniclip.com and it's a Flash game. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's a Flash game.
Right, so it's just like one level type thing.
No, it's like it's through a web browser, so it's not like you need a GPU and all that. It's like short mini games.
Oh, all right. So like we can't like find like a ripped version of this or anything.
No. You could probably find the mini clip version of this. Somebody explained to Joel a better version of what mini clip in a Flash game is.
No, I get what you're saying. You got to play it through a browser. I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, it's like you went to like Newgrounds. Remember Newgrounds used to have like Alien Hominoid or whatever, and you could just play it with the mouse. Like what the fuck was that?
Yo, this would be awesome to fucking play with a Lycon though.
I know, but now you're gonna go into that whole realm of LGL and look at this game that I got working, and I added to the drives, and now I got 800 Lycon games, and no, we don't deal with that.
Now I got 800 Lycon games.
801 now. Tell the group.
Technically 801 now. Technically that's a gun game though, because you're using mouse with it, and it's a slingshot, so that's a gun.
Yes, it's one of those games that it's like after 3 minutes, that's it, you're done.
Right.
It's not really worthy of adding to, and there's no emulator to it, so now you got to launch like the website and AHK and
that's why I said if we could do standalone with it, that would have been fine. But
exactly.
Standalone version, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all.
Exactly.
It's kind of like adding one of those things called BlueStacks games.
Yeah.
I'm not into those BlueStack games at all, adding them to the drives.
Well, BlueStacks is Android emulation.
Right.
That's all it is. So it's like Google Play Store. That's what I do on the touch editions, the touchscreen stuff. Then I get people like, how do I get my apps for free? And I'm like, there used to be APKs you could download, but they crack them. So it's like you can't you might not be able to play it for free now. It's like you got to pay for it. But
yeah,
whatever. You're trying to explain to somebody. I was also thinking like Splinter Cell. They haven't made.
There's a remake coming.
Splinter Cell. Is there a remake? Oh, before I forget, I wanted to ask, how are you enjoying Indiana Jones?
Oh, I love it. I saw you
playing it. I was like, oh.
I haven't been able to play it since last weekend because of work. So I'm probably going to finish. I'm like right there towards the end. So because I went ahead after I finished Egypt, I went ahead and I just looked to see how many more levels I had and how long they were. And I should have really only had like another 3.5, 4 hours to go. But I got stuck in a few parts, and I'm not that good at some of things, so it took me a little bit while to get through some of the levels, but I should only have about 2 hours left in the game for the main story. So I'm gonna probably, if I don't stream it tomorrow night, I got 11 o'clock login on Sunday night, so I'm not streaming Sunday night, but I'm gonna finish the game on stream.
That's cool.
I just don't know what day I'm gonna do it yet. It's either gonna be tomorrow night late, or it's gonna be maybe Monday. Or maybe I don't think I'm going to do it on Christmas Eve, but it'll probably be Monday or it'll be tomorrow night that I'm probably going to end up finishing the game.
That's what's another thing, dude. This holiday is like right in the middle of the week.
Yeah, it sucks when the holidays in the middle of the week.
Smack in the middle. Now, not to mention this, right? Like, so what? Christmas Eve is Tuesday. The kids don't have school Monday. Meanwhile, me growing up, I had school Monday.
Yeah, I would have had school on the 23rd. I totally would have had school on the 23rd, and then we would have had off on the 24th.
Exactly, and then we'd be back on the 2nd. Like, what the hell?
Yep. I'm still going to be I usually take off, but I'm going to be working through the holiday this year, or not working through the holiday. I'm going to be working through the break. I'm not going to be I'm going to be building. I'm not really going to be building. I'm just going to be cutting, so that when the first of the year comes, I'm just going to start building again. Basically,
I was going to say, does it get cold in your garage? Like, I'm like. Once my feet are cold and my fingertips go numb, I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
I'm dress warm, but it does get cold in there. But I got 2 space heaters inside the garage.
Those like the electrical ones?
Yeah, I got those circle ones from Home Depot, the big circle one.
Oh, smart.
I got 2 electric heaters in there, and it keeps it at a good 50-55 degrees.
That's not bad.
Like the other day, tomorrow actually, it's supposed to get down to 15 degrees here tomorrow. And I'm going to go out to the garage and I'm going to run the CNC machine. I got plenty of wood. I got tons of wood. So I'm going to go out to the garage tomorrow and run the CNC machine, but I'm going to do it with the garage door closed, and I should be able to work out there in a hoodie. But I still have to have a hat on, but I'm going to, I'll have a hoodie on, and I'll have my pants, and I'll be wearing pants and my boots. So yeah, my garage stays decently warm. Once I open the door, It's like I gotta close the door as fast as I can.
Yeah, you probably gonna go. Did it snow by you today? Because it snowed by me today.
It's snowing right now. They're calling for 7 inches overnight, which isn't nothing, but it's not. So it's not a storm. It's just snowing. So it's like you know, like it would be like light rain. It's just
it's not sticking.
Yeah, it's sticking, but it's just like it's a light snowfall. It's not lake effect or anything. It's not a storm. It's not windy, and it's 7 inches over like 10 hours. So nothing crazy at all. Like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll snow blow, and I'll be good to go. Yeah, it's gonna be cold though. But earlier this week though, like it was nice. Like it was like
so the weather's been wild. Like Tuesday, it was like 60. Like what the fuck? Like, what the hell's that?
Well, it was 50 here on Tuesday. And then Wednesday was like 40. And then next week, towards the end of the week, they're calling for like 45, 50 degrees again towards the end of next week.
I have a feeling February is going to just be freezing in February.
Oh, yeah. Right. That first week of February, we always drop down to like 10 degrees with like -4 wind chill.
Yeah.
But you know what sucks with the weather like this, though, where it's so warm, is that I'm literally on Lake Erie. And Lake Erie, Lake Erie is 20 minutes that way. Like I can throw a rock at Lake Erie right now if I wanted to. It doesn't freeze over. That's where the snowstorms come in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because we get the lake effect snow. So the warm air and the cold air, whatever the fucking meteorology shit happens, they mix together and that creates the lake effect. And that's where we end up with like 6 feet of snow. So like when I was telling you guys last week, we had that snowstorm on Thursday. Like the South Towns got pounded with almost 4 feet of snow. When I say South Towns, I mean by the Bill Stadium. The Bill Stadium is only 25 minutes south of me. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it would be like, imagine you driving to Ray's house, right? Okay. Technically, he's only like 20, 25 minutes from you. Right? So, or it would be like where my uncle lives in West Islip, me driving from his house to your house from there. You know, that would be like me driving to the Bill Stadium. So imagine Imagine West Islip getting 4 feet of snow, and then you got like a dusting on the ground.
Right? Yeah,
that's how crazy the snowstorms get here, and how like the weather works around here. So, but yeah, the snowstorms are we're gonna get pounded with more. We already had 3 this year, which is crazy.
That's nuts. I hate the snow. The snow. I used to love it as a kid, and now I'm like, just don't come over here. I gotta get the salt and the shovels. I'm like, oh.
I got a snowblower, so I mean it's like cutting the grass.
I know, damn. It's like, you know, I would just be like, oh, I gotta go outside and do this again. Now that you're cutting a lot more cabinets out, do you see that you have a lot more like just random pieces of wood laying around?
I do. That's where I came up with the clock from.
That's smart.
Yeah, because I'm like, I got all these random pieces of wood. I don't want to throw them out. My neighbor across the street,
same way.
He makes custom bill signs by hand. So I usually give him a lot of my scraps, but I'm like, I need to do something with these scraps, like myself. Like, it's fun cutting the cabinets, but sometimes I need to do something that's fun for me too. Nice. So, you know, that's why I came up with the idea for the clock. So the clocks are going to be cool. And it's game room stuff. I want to sell those. So
you should. I don't think anybody makes game room style clocks or anything game, because you said you want to do game room decor. So I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Everybody needs a clock.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a clock, right? Like, what if I made a clock and it said Vic VP on it? Like, you would be like, that's dope. And I did like a nice epoxy finish on it. You'd be like, that's dope. You know?
Where did you get your thumbnail on this? You had a Retro Lizard logo I've never seen before.
Oh, that's my regular logo.
Is it?
Yeah, when I don't do a thumb, it defaults to your logo on YouTube.
So I didn't know that.
Logo.
I never realized it's so like big. I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty cool logo.
Yeah, She-Lion actually did that with AI for me.
Oh, wow.
She randomly did it. She sent me it the one day, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? And she's like, AI. And I'm like, can you do a lizard like doing this? And she's like, let me see. And then she did it. And I was like,
taking over. Yep. Maybe you can sell sex toys.
I mean, I can get those dildos pretty smooth.
I have like a hoarding problem. I'm like, I could cut. I have a lot of sticks. Like I have like either like 5 inches by like 4 feet. And you know what, Ray? So honestly, with Ray's build, I had to get all white wood.
Right.
Like I have black wood laying around because I always use that, but Ray's bougie, so he needs white. And I was like, I don't want to go out and buy a 4x8 sheet of wood for like this thing, like this one small piece, but I finally like MacGyvered something. I'm like, oh, but I have like a lot of just random wood. I'm like, I don't like to throw the wood out because there's gonna be at one time where I'm gonna need this 1 foot by like 8-inch piece and start hoarding shit. For me, the only thing I could do with my scraps is probably make like coasters. I could just make circle coasters. That's it.
Why can't you do other things on your CNC?
My CNC, in all honesty, my CNC is only good to cut like 100%, like 0 to 100. It's cut honestly because it's the vertical design.
Oh,
gravity kind of plays a toll. So I literally, when I do my CNC, I have to put my hand on the actual router and give it like that, like gravity that it needs to make sure that it stays in line.
Really?
Yeah. It's a vertical CNC. It's on a little bit of a slant. So it's like
your next investment's got to be a bigger CNC.
I honestly
or a flat one.
I would do a flat, but it takes up so much room, and I'm like, I don't have the room.
Mine is 70 by 70.
That's not bad. It's just for me personally, I love mine because of the 4x8 cut. I could cut.
Right. You can do so on mine. You can do a 4x8 cut. It's called tiling, but you got to have room for it. So you would have to build a table that's 8 feet long.
Right, and then you would basically move it over, or you pull the piece of wood out.
You slide it down.
Right.
That's what you would do.
Right.
It's because it's a tiling effect, and I don't want to say there's a skill to it. There's a certain way to do it because you have to keep it in line.
Right.
So,
yeah. You can't be like off by like a millimeter. It's gonna fucking go off.
It's gonna fuck up the whole thing if you're off by like a millimeter. But so there's a way to do tiling on it. I don't have the room to do tiling. I would love to do tiling if I could, but I don't have the room to do it. But that would be the way to cut 4x8 on that machine.
Yeah,
so, I just have a 4x4 machine.
Again, it's a big footprint. Yeah. But I said my CNC machine upstairs, the machine alone and the gears and all that, it was like $1,000, and then I had put like $300 worth of wood. So it's what it's worth. I didn't pay like $6,000.
Right.
But I would love to get a 4x8. It's just, I don't know, man. I like building the cabinets. I love doing all this, but it's getting to a point where people don't want to pay. People don't want to pay, $4K for two. Like, I said it for me. Like I said, I give two options. You want cheap? I'll get you a Game Room Solutions cabinet. That's what it is.
You know what you got to do, man, is just you got to bite the bullet and move to a Shopify account. And just put you make a website like I did and just let people order. If they have it that way, they can see the price, they can see everything it comes with in your description, and then they can just add it to cart and they could buy it straight up.
My issue is that people just, like I said, they don't want people like, I want a 4-player cabinet, my budget is $2K. And I'm like, I can't do that.
Right. Like, there's those people out there that are buying like you were talking about the dude that paid $8,500 for that cabinet, right? So there's people out there that do that. I got an order earlier this year. It was a $35,000 order.
Wow.
He got 4 racers.
Wow.
And he got 4 racers and he got a Mega, and it came out to like 30 or 35,000. It was expensive. And he bought the top of the line stuff. So there's those people out there, and he ordered it all at once. And I was like, bro, it's going to take some time. But there's those people out there that do it. So like, if you have your website and you have your prices set to where they are, people will see that, they'll watch it, and they'll buy it. They'll end up purchasing that way. Like, I really think you need to upgrade the website from the Wix. You need to go to Shopify.
I'll be honest. Like I said, I'm even flabbergasted that Wix is even number one. Like I said, at the form that you can fill out on Wix, Wix, I can actually see somebody actually go on the website.
Right.
It actually sends me like your location. So I'm getting like people like, in the United States, but then I also get a couple people like it's in like Taiwan, and I get some like Dubai people, and I'm like, wow.
You can do that.
Like, wow, I don't do any SEO or anything. I'm like, I don't know what they search. They must be searching specifically for Game Case Arcades or VicVP.
Right.
For them to get it. Like, if you Google, like, I don't know, arcade builder, I don't think I come up because I don't do SEO like that. I'm like I'm fine.
This is why you need Shopify. You need Shopify for that. But you can track where people are like looking at your website from too. Like my website traffic. If I look at my website traffic, it says that I think it said I had 4,000 people look at my website in the last 30 days.
Wow, that's big.
And I don't know. I mean, it's got to be pretty accurate, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. It's like I said, for me on Wix, it'll tell me. Go ahead.
It's telling me that somebody's on my website right now.
Yeah, and it'll tell you like what webpage they're on, right? Mine does that.
No, it just says
like,
that I have one visitor
on,
right now, and they're in someplace named Gilbert in the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can track locations and stuff too, but that's my live view. Where's my report? Oh, hang on. Sessions. Okay, I've had since the first of the month, I've had 2,065 people look at my 2,000.65 people look at my website.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, 2,650 people look at my website since the first.
Interesting.
So it keeps track of all that stuff, and then Shopify also keeps track of your sales, keeps track of your profit, and then like your end of the year, where you got to claim taxes, you just convert it over into TurboTax, and it just straight up converts it over to it, and you don't have to do anything. So and then you can add into your individual products, you can add what your profit is, so that Shopify will calculate that at the end of, and it's keeping track of your profit, so that at the end of the year, it's keeping track of your what is it, the 10, not the 1040 or 1099, your W-2 form, keeping track for your W-2 form at the end of the year, so we can claim taxes for the right profit, because you have to do, you have to do your sales. So you have to take your profits out of your sales, and everything else is all products and shit that you're purchasing. So it's all stuff that you got to write off, like $150,000 basically.
Right.
And it writes it off for you. It just does it for you, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And your website domain, the website domain is only $14 for the year.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Yeah. So
I should do that.
Shopify had the best offer for the website domain when I was looking at, like, I looked at GoDaddy, I looked at something else, and then Ray kept telling me to do Shopify, so I looked at Shopify, and the website domain was only $14 a year. I'm like, awesome, and it automatically renews on its own as long as your payment is the same, so you don't have to worry about that. And then the monthly bill, I upgraded my account, so my monthly Shopify bill is $30, and then you can set it so every time you make a sale, Shopify will take 2% of your sale. That's not including PayPal. That's not including your credit cards, right? So you're actually going to lose maybe 4.5% to 5% of the sale when they make the sale, right? You have to account for that when you make your prices. So you got to add in 5% on top of your price.
Right.
So Shopify will take the 2% directly from the sale, and then the credit card company will take directly their percentage from the sale immediately. You can do it monthly, or you can do it immediately. I originally had it at monthly, and then it was becoming too much at the end of the month, where they were taking a huge chunk. And I'm take it every time you take a sale, right? And then your shipping can all go through Shopify too, and you get discount. You get discounts on shipping through Shopify. So like, it's not a lot of discount. So like a medium flat rate box is $16, but there's no tax on it. So it's just straight up $16. And then that's also a monthly thing too that they'll take out, or you can set it up to where they do it weekly. So you can do UPS, you can do FedEx, you can do whatever, but you just have to make sure that you set in your pounds, your weights, and what it is, just like if you're doing it on Pirate Ship.
Right, correct.
So like to send, and UPS, the only thing I don't like is UPS varies. So like if I go on Pirate Ship, I can get like a consistent 2-day shipping for like, I don't know, $10, $15, right? If I go on, depending on what I'm shipping though too. But I'm just saying, if I'm going to ship like a drive, I can get a drive shipped for like 2-day shipping to like California for like $10, right?
Wow.
But if I go on to Shopify and I try to do a 2-day shipping to California for a drive, sometimes I don't always have that option through Shopify. It'll give me 3-day, or it'll give me UPS Ground Saver, which is like the longest one.
Okay.
And then it still ends up being like $10 still. So you get discounts through there, and then it just bills you to your account and takes it out of your checking account.
Yeah.
But I mean, so there's a lot of, but then you keep track of your orders though too. So
Yeah.
I lose track of orders, which I shouldn't, but you have a whole list of everything, and then you can control it from your phone. There's an app for Shopify, and it'll tell you how many orders you got sitting in your queue and going through them. And then you can do the whole search for it. You can do your finances from it. You can do everything from the app, which is awesome, and keep track of everything. You can even set up shipping through the app so that you can just click the button to do the label. But obviously, you got to print the label still, so you can't do that from your phone.
Right. Unless you send it from the printer.
I bought a label maker. So, and you know, the label maker was $80 and the sheets were 20. So, and I know it's 500 things a sheet, and I only have to buy the sheets once a year.
Okay.
But so I got the label maker where I can just peel it and stick it.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
so convenient.
Yeah.
So like when I do CH Robinson for LTL freight, you know, you got to put the pallet label on it. I just print the pallet label on the sticky paper, and I just slap it on the cabinet, and then I hand the guy the bill of landing. Right.
Right.
That was
Smart.
totally good.
You know, I usually have to just put like I usually get one of those like the clear fucking slits and.
Yeah, fuck
like,
that, dude.
I know. Right?
Spend the $80 on it and fucking buy that. It's worth it. I don't even know how to replace the ink on it. It just does the ink itself.
I think it's thermal. Is it a thermal?
Yeah, thermal. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, thermal. So it's you never replace ink. It's just
there. You go. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever go to Burger King? If you run your fingernail on the Burger King receipts, it just scratches off.
Oh yeah, that's what this is then. Yeah, it's just
that's all it is.
But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, look into Shopify. You'll see it increase, and then you can set up your search engines on Shopify, your SEOs. So I didn't know about SEO until 2 years ago. One of my customers who actually works for Joann Fabrics, he's like one of the sales guys for Joann Fabrics. He's like, you need to set up your SEO. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And then he told me, and then I set it up, and then the traffic picked up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like if you type in, so like if you type in Guitar Hero Arcade into Google, I'm on the first page.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember SEO was when I was in my old business. It was like I don't want to say it was like a paid thing for like Google, but like Google, you would pay Google like a certain fee,
right?
And they would make sure you're like first. Like, oh, great.
Yeah, there's a fee to do that, but there's also, I mean, as long as you pop up on the first page, that's all that matters. So like if you type in Like on Arcade, I pop up on the first page in Google. I might not be the first one you see, but I'm down the page.
Yeah, that's like the best way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bro,
yeah.
Call it a night.
All right. Yeah, we're at 3 hours.
I was like, is my eyes red? Like, why are my eyes red?
No, we're at 3 hours and it's after midnight. All right, fellas. We're gonna hit the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for watching.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. We'll catch you sometime in January.
Bye.
Bye.